Today, the Switch 2's first holiday season is officially upon us, but is Nintendo ready? What do you think?
For the Switch 2?
What do you think?
Yes, that's always an interesting realization that, you think the holiday season starts on Black Friday and goes from there. No, we're actually in it right now.
We're in it.
And we have
Fully.
some interesting things to talk about with that.
Mm-hmm.
You're also sharing a fun story that I can't wait to hear because this is something that I was not at.
You were not there, unfortunately. This is probably one of the best events I ever worked on when I was at Nintendo. This is for Luigi's Mansion 3. And it's very thematic since we are still in Spooky
Yes,
Month
it is.
right now. And I really wanted to tell that story about how that event came together and like all the crazy cool things that we did. So that's going to be a fun one as well for Nintendo Storytime this week.
Yes, my gosh, this episode is jam-packed with stuff. We got so much news, so many games we're playing. Other great stuff that is up on our channel now, before we get into all the good stuff here. We did a video comparing some Switch 2 hard cases that we really like. That if you're still in the market for one of those, you might want to check that out. We got two options that we have literally have been using either one or the other since the Switch 2 came out. And it was like, long term, these are good for us.
Yeah, these are time-tested cases. Like, it's not like we just got this and made a video about it. We've literally been taking this with us on international trips all over. So we have been truly testing these to see if they function well, and we really like them.
Yes.
So we got a few options if you are still in the market for that.
Check that out.
Yes.
And then we just posted earlier today, we recorded this on Tuesday, a video about these unprecedented Pokemon leaks.
Oh, man.
Which are an interesting thing to try and talk about because, yes, some people want to know about these. Some people don't and are trying to avoid them. And some people, no matter how they feel, are just going to encounter them no matter what.
That's me.
Due to the way that it is when you go on the internet,
there they are.
You don't have control over what you are going to see.
Yeah.
So I typically don't feel one way or another about this.
Me neither.
I definitely I was not seeking this stuff out. It's like, bam, oh my gosh, here's more information than I ever could have wanted.
And it was literally like fully over the weekend, every single, day, all day, just more and more and more. Entire feed was just that information about all the things that came out from this massive leak. And obviously, the information obtained was through
nefarious,
not legal means. So, yeah, we wanted to talk about it because it's still, a big thing that's happening, but we try to do it in a bit of a spoiler-free way as much as we could.
Yeah.
And we understand that some people are not wanting to know this information. They want to be surprised and they want to try to maintain that for themselves. So we respect that as well. But yeah, I don't know how you can avoid it, honestly, because it's everywhere.
Yeah, it's like on one hand, like we don't like that this came out due to the way that this information was obtained. But on the other hand, it's like it's just kind of a fact of being
modern internet
in games
life
now that like it's out there and people are seeing it and people are talking about it. So it's kind of an interesting needle to try and thread. But there is some interesting stuff there that, just from like a big picture, like how does the Pokemon organization work? How are they making these games? How are they approaching all of this kind of into the future that is interesting to break down?
Yes, very much so. We also have been hard at work on our vlog.
This is coming soon.
This is coming very soon. This one is a bit, we had like multiple events that we were doing and going to all month long. So we kind of have that as the big October vlog. But yeah, some fun things that we've been up to. We went to Double Fine Studios in San Francisco and checked out a new game and toured their studio, which is incredible. We're going to go to the midnight launch for Pokemon ZA.
Are you aware that is tomorrow night?
Yes.
Okay, good. I wasn't sure. I thought maybe you had forgotten that you were meeting me in the burbs at the GameStop to pick up a Pokemon. A Pokeman, okay?
A Pokeman.
Yes, good.
Can I rile up the crowd?
That's what you seem to like to do. You
I do like to do that.
Start a riot or something.
I'm going to bring my own torch.
I don't know.
Who's mad?
You're not even getting a game.
But I can get people mad.
You got your eShop thing going.
I'm going to digitally download my game, of course.
It's
right at the when the
Yes.
clock strikes 9 p.m. Pacific.
It is nice that they are doing this for this game. I wonder what that means about them potentially doing it for other big games prior to the holiday. Like, are they doing this for Metroid Prime 4? Like, I would love that. I just want to get my hands on these games as early as I can since I'm getting them physical.
You need the physical and you need it now.
Yeah.
I'm sure they will. I wouldn't say why not. See, why not? For Metroid? Why not? That's a huge game.
That ain't no Pokemon.
No Pokemon?
Samus ain't no Pokemon.
What about a Kirby?
I don't think so.
I
don't think
for
so.
a Kirby.
No.
Not for a Hyrule Wars. No.
Maybe they'll be out there selling the little party-sized bags of chips like they were at the Switch 2 launch.
It was $1.
Send it to my personal Venmo.
That was very.
There were some strange.
I should set up a little like a little lemonade stand.
A little counter business.
In front of the GameStop.
Competition's good, as the saying goes. Yes.
That would be fun.
I think you should do that.
Who would like to get mad?
Yes.
Riot, get real thirsty, and drink some lemonade.
In the next 24 hours, you can think of all the very subversive things that you can do to sabotage the Pokemon Legends ZA launch at my local GameStop. Wonderful.
Can't wait.
I think we're going to see a lot of the same people from the Switch 2 launch.
Great.
That'd be fun.
They were mad.
What a fun thing we have now with these. What a connection. We're bound forever with these people.
By being mad.
That we'll be seeing at these GameStop launches for as long as they continue to have them.
Who's mad? That was fun. That was really fun. That manager does not like me.
Hopefully he's forgotten us because, he did not come away with a good feeling about us. We're about to talk about the Switch 2's first holiday season, but first we, of course, have a great sponsor to shout out. That sponsor is Factor.
Wow.
We are now in fall. We had to turn on the heat today for the first time because it's a little chill in the air.
It rained a whole bunch yesterday,
Yes,
too.
there's a chill in the air, but fall always feels like a reset of things. Either maybe you've got kids going back to school, the routine gets busy. Maybe you're starting your holiday shopping.
Maybe.
All of that.
It's getting busy.
But it can lead to a crunch on your time, which is why we love Factor. These are chef-prepared, dietitian-approved meals that make it really easy to stay on track, but enjoy something delicious no matter how crazy your life gets.
I do really like how they added these Asian-inspired meals. They're very good. And take it from me, I'm Asian. So I think they're really good. Like they have, like Thai food, Chinese food. It's just more variety, which I really, really enjoy.
Yes.
And you have a personal health
I do.
handicap right now. So having these Factor meals that just pop into your microwave.
I can't cook, no.
You're not cutting anything right now.
I can't cook, no.
Yeah, but this is perfect for you.
Yes. 90% of people also said that Factor has helped them to live a healthier life. So that's a great additional benefit. It's one thing, it's like, well, it tastes good. But it's also
it's really healthy,
somehow very good for you as well. So that's a winning combination, if you ask me. So eat smart at factormeals.com/Kit and Krysta 50 off and use code Kit and Krysta 50 off to get 50% off your first box plus free breakfast for 1 year. That's code Kit and Krysta 50 off at factormeals.com for 50% off your first box plus free breakfast for 1 year. Get delicious, ready to eat meals delivered with Factor. Offer only valid for new Factor customers with code and qualifying auto-renewing subscription purchase.
I will put the link right over here with a QR code and in the description below. Some people really like it when we chant Kit and Krysta 50 off, by the way.
Kit and Krysta 50 off!
Okay. Anyways.
All right. Switch 2's first holiday season. So when we worked at Nintendo, every year there would be a big, it would be in...
The kickoff.
Like August, when we were working on all of the big holiday plans over the summer.
Right.
Like a big presentation from one of the big agencies, whether it was Golan Arts or Leo Burnett, one of the advertising agencies. They would come in, they would bring the people in.
Holiday trends.
Okay, let's get the whole office huddled together because we're going to go through the holiday trends for the year.
Holiday
and
trends.
We're going to tell you everything that you need to know to have a big...
Settle on in.
We've been scouring the people on their shopping habits, the buyer behavior. We've got it all.
Yeah, the data.
Yes.
Sip your pumpkin spice latte and get ready for 50 slides of data.
Yeah, this was like a don't you dare miss this. This is so important.
It was very important.
We're going on our hallowed mission to sell something over the holidays.
I mean, they make the bulk of their profit comes from the holidays. So
Yes.
you can see why it's very important
I
to
wrote
do
that
well.
down. Where did I write that? Yes, more than 50% of Nintendo of America's revenue comes in Q4.
Wow.
And this year, hardware launch year during the summer, probably a little bit different. The percentages of all of that are different, but you get the point of there's a lot that culminates in these 3 months
Yes.
that, my gosh, again, we started planning for the holidays in the summer.
Right.
It was like this is the most important, one of the most important things we're going to do all year long. It's critically important for these forecasts, these commitments we have made to the headquarters.
To the headquarters,
Right.
yep.
So
and then they took it very seriously.
Yes.
Like there's parts of the company, there are teams in the company that they do not get any time off during the holidays. Like the sales, the retail strategy team, they are on blackout. So between these holiday months, you better buckle on down and get some work done because it's a really important time.
Right.
And of course, this is Switch 2's first holiday.
Yeah.
So, every holiday is important. Every holiday means an opportunity to sell some stuff, but you do have a special kind of thing when it is a new hardware launch year in terms of the holiday, because then you're like, okay, I need to set this thing up for continued success and momentum. And there's a lot of importance placed around we gotta get it off to a strong start. There is something to this first holiday strategy and feeling that is very real at Nintendo right now.
Yes. So we found, we're no longer sitting around and listening to these presentations.
I
But
know.
guess what? These things are just
They're available.
They're just on the internet too.
Yeah,
So we
they're
found
on
some
the
interesting facts. Again, talking about this point, because again, people may not know or may not believe us about how the holiday season has already begun. So we found this, around 40% of the shopping happens in that kind of week around Black Friday, but 15% of all the holiday shopping happens before November, which guess what? We're in now. It does seem like this is going to be, in terms of spending overall, a down year, and maybe the first one
economy's a little shaky
in a couple
right
years
now.
because people are worried about a tariff, people are worried about high prices and all of that. So
totally.
there are just some doubts about it, potentially being as big as some other years. But even still, people are saying, here, look at this survey where it says, are you likely to start your holiday shopping earlier this year compared to last year? And the majority of people are saying either, it probably will be, or it definitely will be.
Yeah, very likely and likely are the same, sort of the same number here. And the not likely is very low. No. So, you can see people are planning.
Yeah, people are looking, they would explain to us, people are looking for value, they're looking for deals. So, kind of depends when the deal drops. It's I don't care when it is. I'll put it in the closet and wrap it up when it's ready, but at least I'll have it.
It's also good to spread it out too. If you're watching your own spending too, do you want to drop thousands of dollars in 3 days?
Oh, when I bought a Switch 2, you mean?
Would you like to spread it out a little?
In June?
Yeah, would you like to spread it out a little bit so that you're kind of earning back the money that you spent? Because people are, again, they're very conscious of budgets right now.
So let's take a look now at just kind of where the Switch 2 is, because obviously we know we had the big burst in June when the thing came out.
Of course.
And there have been sales update along the way, but they've been a little bit more under the radar. So let's look at this tweet from Matt Piscatella, who is one of the head honchos at what is now Circana. Used to be NPD. I will not stop calling it NPD.
It's Circana, but it's the same thing.
Right.
He's still doing the sales stuff.
Right, and this is as of a week ago, with 2.4 million sold life to date over its first 3 months on the market. Nintendo Switch 2 is now 5% ahead of the previous record-setting pace of PlayStation 4, which sold 2.2 million units during the 3 months ending January 2014.
Right.
And Nintendo Switch 2 unit sales are trending 77% ahead of the time-aligned sales of the original Nintendo Switch. What does that mean? Time-aligned sales.
Well, that means the first 3 months of Switch 1, it's trending 77% ahead of
that's significantly above.
Oh yeah.
And I think a lot of that.
This is a proven formula, though.
That's a lot of that has to do with just this trick that they've had of the thing is in stock. And you were just talking about how,
I know.
Right, as of now, the thing is in stock. It seems like there were some gaps shortly after the launch.
But not for long, honestly.
No, where they were replenishing it. I remember when it was, what was it, July, when we were doing our hunt for the Donkey Kong demo.
We saw it in stores.
We found units.
Yeah, now they're very available, it seems like. And so if you want one, you can get one, which definitely contributes to this additional 77%, and also the timing's a little bit different. So we had like March through June, and then now we're June through August, right?
So, right. Yeah. And that was always the strategy that we were pointing out, which is a summer launch can actually be good because you can have a big burst when it comes out, and then you have time to replenish stock so that when you get to the holidays, you can have as much out there as you want and go big with that. And I think they've accomplished that and then some with all of these other sales in between that they've been able to manage.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they have still been holding on to some stuff that they're going to get out there.
They're probably going to push that out
when we get into November, just to make sure that, anybody who wants to buy this thing, like, let's make sure they can buy it. I'm sure that's one of their goals is like no out of stock situations.
Right.
This is our opportunity right now. Let's make the most of it.
Exactly.
Looking at sales, this is all just Nintendo platforms, but I do think there's some interesting stuff here. This is also on combined Switch and Switch 2.
Right.
Look at Madden.
I know.
I'm surprised at that. Madden coming in at number 2 on this list. And, Madden was not on Nintendo hardware for a long time for a reason. Yeah. Because that was the knock on it, which was like, oh, well, Nintendo fans don't want these sports games. Yeah. They want the Nintendo games. But, wow, that's a very strong showing for Madden. And I know initially there were some questions of like, is this version good? Is this version not good? I think most people now land on like, for what it is, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
So I think that's a really positive story and a really positive indicator for them that they can have this big mass game that is on multiple platforms but still sells really well. I mean, Madden's going to sell well on everything in this country.
Right.
Not everywhere else.
There was this is like a slightly diverging point, but there was another article recently about how U.S. Video game fans only buy 2 games a year.
Yes, and Madden was one.
And I think Madden is one of them.
Madden or like NBA 2K.
NBA 2K.
Right.
These are the powerful, like, very mass market type games. You might think like, oh, it's Mario or whatever, but no, it's actually these like sports games that become these big sellers and. Yeah, and if it's found a place within the Switch audience, that's really positive for Nintendo.
Right. Look at this strong story of seasons.
It's a great game.
Strong showing from them. That's on both platforms, but that's really good.
It's a great game.
Hogwarts Legacy continues to be a very positive seller.
Yeah.
So I think there's some good indicators of there's the big Nintendo stuff that you would expect, but there is also these other third-party success stories that, there's always hand-wringing over, can a third-party game sell every time a new Nintendo system comes out? I think, we're seeing, it definitely can.
And some of these third-party games, like Hogwarts Legacy, have had a very long life. Like, this game came out, a year plus ago, so
And also, look at it, like, last month, Hogwarts was 10, and now it's number 5. So it's not like the slow decline off the charts. That game's been out for years, but now as we get closer to the holidays, these things pick up.
Right.
Which is also a good phenomenon of these so-called evergreen sellers.
So interesting.
So what do you think Nintendo wants to accomplish with the holidays? Again, they've always got goals.
They have goals.
They've always got stretch goals. Let's push ourselves.
Oh, the stretch goals were the worst because once you meet the goal, they're like, you actually failed because you didn't meet the stretch goal. And you're like, but I just did it.
I had a secret extra stretchy goal I didn't tell you about until now.
That's what happened to me during Smash Ultimate, remember? I was like, I'm so excited we met the goal. They're like, no, you failed. You failed miserably.
You wrote this one down that I think is a good one, which is to sell more than what they sold at launch. And here's another figure just talking about month to month, how many were sold. So in June, it was 1.6, and then it got into the hundreds of thousands from then till now, totaling 2.4 million. And that's absolutely something that Doug Bowser or the head of sales would say. Like,
now Devin Pritchard.
Here is the goal.
Point at you.
We are going to exceed the amount that we sold during the launch because it's the holidays over Nintendo, gosh darn it.
Yeah, we're going to sell this baby.
Yeah.
And we have the in-stocks like we were talking about. Yeah, and we say this word again and again, and now it's becoming a kind of a joke, but this momentum idea was a big deal at Nintendo, and so they want the holiday momentum and sales to push them past Q1 really, because Q1 becomes sort of a lull.
Q1's kind of good for 2026 though.
Q1's all right.
Q1's looking kind of good.
They're looking okay,
but in terms of people dropping $500,
that's the thing.
I think game
wise,
yeah.
it'll be fine. You want to like get the people that did drop the $500 during November to like be happy in Q1. Like in January, they're still playing games or whatever. They're still engaging daily with their new Switch 2s. But in terms of selling a Switch 2 in Q1, it becomes a lot harder.
That becomes a bit harder, yes.
So they want that momentum to carry them through until like the big new announcement later in 2026. But yeah, absolutely, they want to exceed the 1.6 million that they sold at launch, which is very aggressive. That's a huge number. Broke tons of records at the time, and you know they want to do. They still want to have like very very positive word of mouth for Switch 2. Like they want the stories out there that say like record-breaking holiday sales for Switch 2.
There's always a team that's on call over Black Friday to tabulate the numbers, compare the numbers, slice and dice to see like, well, is there something that we can take here and put into, you know, what they call a momentum announcement, which they did after the Switch 2 launch of it being, you know, the fastest selling.
Yep.
They're looking at that over Black Friday of, you know, is there a positive story that we can say here to build the FOMO of like, oh my gosh,
this big thing, I need to buy this.
I just have to buy it. It wasn't on my radar, but it is now because it seems like everybody's getting one. Wow.
And you want those big headlines.
Yes.
You want lots of people, whether they're into video games or not, to see big headlines about you around the holiday season, about how good your new product is doing in its first holiday season, to get people thinking like, yeah, they're very successful.
Right.
They're doing really well as a company. And the last thing I think one of their goals is like, a lot of people, 1.6 million people bought, you know, the core Nintendo fans bought the system at launch. So there is a little bit of expansion now in the holiday phase.
Yes.
Like it's not like we're not like expanding the audience into like someone who's never touched a Nintendo system before, but like there's definitely people out there that are very engaged video game fans that just haven't pulled the trigger yet.
Yeah, if you're like a family that has a Switch and you didn't feel compelled to get it in June, now might be the time.
To get that family to upgrade.
Now's the time to do that.
Exactly.
Exactly. There is kind of slightly next ring out from the sickos like us who got it day one.
Got day one. Yeah.
Right. Let's look at the holiday lineup and see how we're feeling about that. Being able to move some units, because the saying goes, software sells hardware. So this week, Pokemon Legends ZA, which is also a Switch 2 bundle.
That's right.
And we'll be back to bundles in a moment to talk about that. November 6th, Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. November 20th, Kirby Air Riders. And December 4th, Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah.
Thoughts on this as a holiday lineup?
Well, they're doing great with Pokemon. That's going to be a huge game.
That'll be big, yes.
That's going to be big. And they're smart with the bundle because, again, if you want to push that next rung out of people that are like, I'm holding out for the next blank.
Yeah.
And, oh, great, there's a bundle. I can save a little bit of money. That's perfect. You got them. You got them right there. The other 3 games in this lineup, I'm excited about them, obviously, but I already have a Switch 2. But they do feel a little bit niche to me. They're all featuring very recognizable characters, obviously. Like, you got Princess Zelda and Hyrule Warriors, and Kirby is very recognizable, and obviously Metroid Samus is very recognizable. But in terms of the games themselves, they do feel like very niche in terms of the people who know and would drop, you know, $70 on them. So that's the only tiny bit of like, ooh, is there like a little softness there for Nintendo? Like, do they kind of feel a little bit like this might hinder a little bit sort of the mass breakout sales they want for the holiday? They could have third party kind of pick up the slack a bit with like a game like Madden or something.
There's still third party.
Yeah, but just in terms of the November through December games, I do feel that it is not as like blockbustery.
I think it helps to just have these on the shelf as people are shopping. If you're going into a physical store and you see that layout of games. I think it helps to, there's Kirby, I know that guy. There's a Zelda game. Yeah, I like that. Oh, Metroid, I remember that.
Right.
I think even if
that's
you're
what the characters are important.
Even if you're not necessarily picking them all up on day one, I think it helps to see those there psychologically to get you over that hump. I think that the big holiday game is Mario Kart. Yes. For most people.
And Donkey Kong Bonanza.
I would rate them in this order. Mario Kart, Pokemon, Donkey Kong are the top 3 holiday games in terms of getting people over that hump. I'm not talking about people who already have hardware and are looking to just fill out their library. That's kind of a different phenomenon here. I think those have the name recognition, the mainstream recognition and interest that are going to get people to take that step.
Yeah. I think they'll be fine with Mario and Donkey Kong. But in terms of we're just looking at the games around the holiday time, like just on the merit of Hyrule Warriors, Kirby Air Riders, Metroid 4, I don't think those are necessarily like hardware drivers.
No, I don't.
From my perspective, I think Pokemon definitely is, and then you have the legacy. We say legacy; it's only been 3 months, but like the launch-ish software that will drive the stuff.
It is true that like everybody has a different equation in their mind of what it's going to take, and we actually have an interesting survey later talking to our community about like if you haven't bought a Switch 2, what are you waiting for?
Yeah,
it's not the same for everybody.
No, it isn't.
So you do just kind of need to keep dropping things.
Different angles in for these people.
You need to create more angles for people to come in.
But if the main person they're trying to bring in is that person that you just talked about, which is like the family that hasn't upgraded yet, which I do think that's the one that they are trying to get mostly. They're going to focus their efforts on that particular customer. Mm-hmm. Like, I think Pokemon can do that.
Yeah.
So if that is truly like the audience they're trying to reach, they're good.
Right.
If it's like, 3D Mario fan, 3D Zelda fan, Animal Crossing fan, Smash fan, you might have to wait a little longer, right?
Yes,
but if you're just trying to be, it's like, we have a family Switch that we haven't upgraded yet. Pokemon is a game that everybody recognizes, especially for that age range. It's like, you got them.
Right, and that's where kind of all the other details around the system can start to work in its benefit of like, okay, we're dropping a lot here, but you can do multiplayer out of the box. Oh, we still have these old Joy-Con controllers. Oh, I can still use that. And your games still work over. It's like, okay, maybe that's.
We got a little game share going.
Exactly.
We still have some stuff like that,
exactly.
Right? Yeah.
And in the research, we would always hear like people are always looking for value.
Yeah.
And it's on one hand, it's hard to say that a $500 system is a value. But I think Nintendo as a brand introduces some element of value despite the price. I think there's just some comfort with the brand of like, I know what I'm getting. Mm-hmm. I know this is something people are going to like. I know this is
high quality.
I know it's high quality. I know it's something people are going to play for a long time. It's not going to end up on the shelf a month later. Nobody's going to care. Yeah. Like we all got those gifts, that seemed cool like in the moment.
A little gimmicky.
Right, like, I got the Ninja Turtles sewer playset. Wow, I never got that, actually. I wish I did. Like,
Easy Bake Oven.
And it's like, that's exciting.
I played with that for like 2 days.
It's exciting for like the weekend, like when you're on, holiday break, and then you go back to school and the thing gets, put away. And it's like, who cares? And your parents are like, I'd spend $100 on that. What's the deal? This is something at least you know.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I'm absolutely recognizing that it's a lot of money. But I do think psychologically the fact that it is Nintendo, that it is these things that people know and have these long histories with can introduce some aspect of value in maybe a non-traditional sense that means
not
something.
Like specifically monetary value, but value in other ways. Like there's value in like the quality of the brand, value in the safety of the brand. If you get this, your kid's not going to like go somewhere where it's dangerous or bad. Like they're going to be playing Mario Kart. It's going to be fine. So it's like those kinds of things where I feel like this audience...
Nobody's making a Chris Hansen documentary about Nintendo.
Exactly. Like you just have like some peace of mind a little bit. So I do think that they're going to be just fine with that audience. But yes.
Black Friday.
Let's
talk about this. So This is going to be an interesting Black Friday for the industry overall, because typically it was, or what's the deal? What kind of deal do you have? And it was always a race to see who could drop the deal first.
Yes, I remember that. It's like,
And
when is Microsoft dropping their deal?
we're probably not far off from these deals starting to come out.
That's true.
At first it was like, oh, they would leak, and then they would orchestrate the leak, and they would fake leak.
Yes,
And
yes, yes.
we're honestly pretty close probably to that
I think
starting.
so. This is like, oh, we sent the picture to the retailers, now it's leaked or
But
whatever.
in a year where almost everybody has raised prices,
how is it going to happen?
what kind of deal can you do?
Yeah.
Can you still do a deal? Or it's like, oh, you did a deal, but it's still more than if I would have bought it 6 months ago.
I know.
And that feels weird and kind of bad if you are out shopping.
Well, the retailers could do their own bundles.
Yes.
They called them a soft bundle.
Right?
And that could result in an actual deal. Maybe. I'm not saying this is going to happen, but that's one option for it to not feel like weird because again, most people have raised prices. Like in any other year, I would predict like, oh, we'll drop the price on original Switch, but they just raised those prices.
That's the thing that they're using as the release valve
That's
for
what I'm
all
saying.
this tariff pressure. So I don't know.
That's why it's an interesting discussion about what
we'll
could
see.
it be.
I think this is going to be a bad year for deals because nobody can do it because they've all been forced to raise the prices. So I think they'll try and find a way to kind of orchestrate something that feels like a deal, but compared to other things. And Sony and Microsoft were usually pretty aggressive. Nintendo was always the one that was like, here's the Mario Kart bundle.
This is the lamest deal ever.
Here it is. Take
you
it.
Save like $10.
Take it or leave it. But it always still did well.
It sold, yeah.
So I just would not hold your breath for some like once in a lifetime Godfather offer.
You don't need to like storm the Target, you know? I don't do that at all.
Have you ever done that?
Midnight?
Yeah.
I have. Not storm a Target, but I've...
Stomping people in the aisles?
Who's mad? No, just kidding. I have done that, and we used to go to the mall on Black Friday.
Okay.
We used to do this thing with my family where we would have like Thanksgiving dinner and we kind of chill for a little bit. And then at midnight, we would go to the mall and like do a little Christmas shopping. It was like a fun activity.
Yeah.
It wasn't like we were like racing to the Best Buy to get like a big screen TV or something.
Right.
But it was always fun to see what deals are out there.
Yeah.
Now no one goes.
It's not.
Who's going to the mall on Black Friday? No one's doing that.
It's not a thing now. No.
Yeah.
So Nintendo and some sort of deal or some sort of a bundle. What do you think their plan is going to be?
So the Mario Kart bundle is still available now.
So yeah, people are still saying that that's still out there, but but as of this week, we're going to have the Pokemon bundle. So I'm curious to see
what the breakout is between the two bundles.
How does the Mario Kart bundle slowly go away? What?
But they probably don't want to get rid of that before the holidays because that's a big game for them to sell during the holidays. So I wonder if they just have both in the market. You choose your poison.
Yeah.
Families.
Yeah.
You want Mario Kart or you want Pokemon?
They had some very vague language about that
being limited
from the start, which was probably by design so that they could
flexibility.
Up it or down it depending on what they needed.
Yeah.
I don't see them doing anything beyond
this,
or it might be like oh, get $10 eShop credit.
Yeah.
Like something really
teensy.
Soft.
Yeah.
But again, you can say like we have a deal. It's our Black Friday deal.
You're still saving money on the game.
Getting eShop credit, free eShop credit.
Oh yes.
You just say it. You don't have to say how much. Get free eShop credit. Oh wow. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that. It's enough to buy a game. It's AAA clock, but it's a game. You can buy it.
Welcome tour, $5. Oh wait, $10?
For what?
Welcome tour.
You can buy Welcome Tour. You can buy a first party game.
For the $10 eShop credit. There you go.
An amazing first party game, yes.
Perfect.
Right.
Yeah, I don't see a lot of deals on the horizon.
Or they can highlight like, oh, it's a special holiday offer. We've extended the Mario Kart World bundle.
Extended.
Look at the incredible thing we have done for you.
Yeah.
We have extended it. Wow.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
I feel like that is what they'll do. Like any sort of like physical, like controllers going on sale, the hardware itself going on sale, like any of that stuff, not going to happen at all.
Cannot.
Not even for Switch 1 or Switch Lite because it's just that there's no way.
No, I could see them doing evergreen Switch 1 games.
Yes.
Play it on your Switch too. Get this Mario Odyssey.
Games, I think yes. Games.
I can see them doing stuff with that. Yeah. But again, like this is the hot new premium item. They're thinking like, oh, this is the hot item to get in the period. Bar none. This is the Furby. of 2025.
Furby.
Yeah, this is the must.
Did you have a Furby?
No, you saw them like in
Tickle Me Elmo?
or one of Time Magazine's top gadgets of the year. I
They love that.
I'd love to be a top gadget.
They
How do I
love
be a
whenever we
not a
whenever
gizmo,
we
it's
would
a gadget.
whenever we would make those lists.
Oh boy.
Oprah's list, Time Magazine's top blah blah, Toy Insider
Yeah.
top toy of the year, whatever.
Yes,
oh my
yes.
god, that was a big day for Nintendo. Oh, big day. Bring out the cake, baby. They really like that stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, just from their mindset of like, are you crazy? Well, like this is going to sell like hotcakes. People want people.
Yeah.
People are been waiting.
But I'm saying
for
like
it.
Switch 1 though, like don't even expect that to do anything. Like,
But do you think Switch 1 sales will still be good over the holidays?
Not if they don't put it on sale.
I kind of think they will. I think it'll still be okay.
I think Switch Lite might be okay.
Like
actually.
not like obviously compared to the peak of that generation, but
Yeah.
I still think there's something substantial.
At some point, they gotta cut the
with
cord,
that.
though.
Yeah, I mean that's a different conversation.
They've
Is like
really-
what is the long term plan? with
They're
original
getting
Switch.
they're getting to that line where you're gonna need to pull that cord.
Yeah.
They're getting close.
Why did you write this down? Other surprises they're keeping under wraps. Bundles, special hardware, colored Joy-Con. What? Why did you write this down?
There's a lot of people that keep saying like,
Yeah.
I won't get a Switch 2 until there's a special edition. There's some kind of special new design, and
right.
I'm here to tell you that's not going to happen.
Santa Mario?
Snowman Mario Joy-Con.
Oh God.
Luigi on one side, Mario on the other.
No. Clearly, it's going to be those special employees only Joy-Con that we
dark blue ones.
that we leaked in Nintendo.
Yes, we
Minute.
leaked
Yes.
it. We're going to leak again right now. The people that really want this, I'm really sorry to burst the bubble because it ain't happening.
Not now.
Not this holiday.
Not now. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think they're keeping like some special edition hardware under. No.
No.
They're very focused on
Not
like
now.
putting just the normal thing
Yeah.
in stock, right? So that's just not like a thing they're going to be doing this holidays.
Yeah.
People are expecting that. They're like, "What's the limited edition holiday Switch 2? What is that going to look like?" I'm like, "There is none.
No.
There is none."
No.
So unfortunately, no. Any other fun, interesting things you think they'll do?
No, I don't think they.
I don't think so
they. I
either.
don't think they feel like they have to do anything.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be pretty
Sells itself.
pretty straightforward.
Case closed.
Yeah.
Will it be a positive first holiday to put a bow? Get that on this conversation?
Wrap it all up
yes.
and with a bow on top. I
Well-
think yes.
I think very positive.
Do you think they'll beat their launch sales, which again, I'll remind you, 1.6 million units. So they need to sell more. That was 1 month. They just need to sell more than that in October, November, December. I think yes.
I think it comes down to the stock situation again.
I think yes.
And I think they probably will be prepared.
What is your prediction for numbers?
I don't have one. I'm sorry, I don't have one. Do you have one? Whatever you have is extremely just made up.
It's very
right
made
on the spot right now. So maybe don't say it.
All right. I'll keep it to myself.
I mean, I just think though it'll be very good. It'll be very strong. They'll be one
Yeah.
of the winners of the holiday.
They will have the big stories.
They
that's
will go
like
into
best,
next year
blah,
with a
blah,
lot of
blah.
momentum. But
Yeah.
then from there, next year's a different story. And I think they might have to work a little bit harder next year from there on to keep the momentum up.
Yes.
Both from a hardware and a software perspective. There's all this ongoing pressure to eventually raise the price of this thing.
Yikes.
But we're not worried about that now. We're living
No,
in the moment.
We're living in the moment.
No.
And they can only do the best they can this holiday. They can't
Yeah.
worry about the other
You
stuff
can't- you
right
cannot
now.
worry about
can't.
that now.
You have to just do what you can.
Focus on the job at hand right now, and
Yeah.
that's selling the thing now.
Exactly.
So, as we mentioned, we did a poll with our Patreon subscribers. Check us out at patreon.com/Kit and Krysta about if you don't yet have a Switch 2, what is it that's going to take? What's it going to take for you to get one?
Right.
And it was so interesting to see all the reasons. Off the bat, though, 85% of the people said they already have one.
Well, we have the most engaged
Exactly.
Nintendo audience.
I'm not surprised at that.
Yeah.
We just had to put that there to
because they're going
give
to be
people
like, I
a thing,
already have one.
give people a thing to click on. If
That's
you've already
right. That's
got
right.
one.
That's right.
So 4% said when it costs less, I will get one.
Okay.
Those people might be waiting a while.
Yes.
When more games come out,
Okay.
just the general library. Again,
Yeah,
this
and
is
this-
what I was saying about it's good to see
Have
these
it on the
games
shelf.
on the shelf. Okay.
Okay.
Next, there is a specific game I am waiting for.
This is the fill in the blank people.
Yes, I need Smash Brothers, I need 3D Mario, I need Animal Crossing, whatever that one game may be.
Yes.
That was 4%. 2% said, I'll get it when I get tired of my original Switch, so they're still playing their original Switch and don't have a need to upgrade.
Still works, yeah.
And then finally, 1% said when it's easier to find one.
Oh.
And I think, some people did chime in to say, like, well, in different countries, like Japan, they're still doing lotteries and such, and it's still a little bit harder, depending on which version of it you want to get.
Right. The Japan lotteries seem to be ongoing. So, yes.
So again,
I would say in the U.S.,
yes.
They seem very available.
Yeah, that was a pretty small number at 1%.
They do have a cheaper price, too.
If you want that version, do you know Japanese?
No.
Better learn Japanese, buddy.
I think it's
as the meme goes.
I think it's going to take me more money to learn Japanese than to just
my Duolingo subscription.
I know, it's going to be expensive.
Yeah. Let's see what people said. Winner164 said, waiting for either the next Smash Brothers or Animal Crossing, whichever of those comes first. Those are the games I've sunk the most time into on the Switch. Meanwhile, I'll be catching up on my backlog. Nothing on Switch 2 is a must-play for me at the moment.
Very fair, very fair.
Brads says, when we first heard rumors that the display was LCD, I decided to wait for an OLED model. Waiting has been easier due to no Zelda or 3D Mario, though. Okay, so I'm waiting for some sort of a hardware revision.
A revision, yes.
That's another thing I didn't even have on the chart. Marmar says, I am waiting until there's a special edition or design for a game I love. I'm holding out for a Zelda or Animal Crossing limited edition Switch 2.
You'll be waiting.
So in a sense, you're also waiting for the game.
You'll be waiting.
Because they're obviously not going to release an Animal Crossing version without an Animal Crossing game.
That's right, yeah.
And then finally, Zach Archuleta says, I love my original Switch, and while the Switch 2 will upgrade it in every way, it will help to have a true reason, such as a Switch 2 only games, to want it instead of just a hardware upgrade. But as a person with expenses, including kids, I need a reason that I want it over what I already have and works well. And in my situation, I also rarely notice frame drops, and I still have a 1080p TV, so a 4K output will be great one day, but I haven't upgraded my whole system yet, and may not notice the actual difference. I love good picture and sound quality, but I currently can't afford to immediately chase the biggest and newest. I'm sure I will get the Switch 2 one day.
This is such a reasonable response.
I think this really encapsulates the situation a lot of people who are not, in the day one crowd are in, which is like, I know this exists, I want it, but I can't justify getting it exactly right now, but I'm pretty sure I will at some point.
This is such a reasonable response too. Because it's like, if you're not you're not really feeling like you are taking full advantage of the hardware upgrade, why would you shell out that much money to get it now, right? And especially if you have other expenses, this is a huge luxury item. So, I think this is a very telling kind of sign of the audience that Nintendo is trying to get this holiday is actually Zach Archuleta.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure there's many millions of people out there just like him.
Right. So, and I'm sure, whoever at Nintendo is doing a report on this episode will see this and say, oh my gosh, we need to get the sales department. How are you thinking about converting Zach Archuleta? What are you going to do?
What are we going to do?
What's your plan for Zach Archuleta?
Better call Zach. Convince him.
Rip up that plan. We need to start over. Okay, let's switch over now to not our great story time, but your great story time. I'm just going to lean back and listen to this.
Yeah, you can just relax. But this is a story that I definitely wanted to tell in October because it's very spooky and fun. But as I was saying, this is for Luigi's Mansion 3, which is also our spoiler cast game this month, by the way.
That's right.
So I'm reliving.
It's a game you've yet to start playing, though.
I've beaten this game, but I will replay.
You remember every detail perfectly?
Lickety-split.
Oh, boy.
Don't you worry.
We're really in for it now.
We're in for this great story. Are you ready? So this is one of probably the coolest event that I've ever worked on, and sadly, also the last event that I worked on, because right after this event happened, the next event, which would have been equally cool, was the Animal Crossing event, but then the pandemic.
The next event was COVID-19.
The next event that lasted 5 years was COVID-19, and then we left Nintendo. So that was the end of that. But I was really glad that this was I didn't know at the time, but my swan song. This was this really fun preview event that we did in LA for Luigi's Mansion 3, where we turned this I don't know, it wasn't really a studio, and it was just like a space, an empty space. We turned it into the actual haunted hotel from Luigi's Mansion 3. And this was really such a fun era of the Switch 1 days, where Nintendo was kind of like back on the jag of like, we got to do more of these immersive events. Like we did all those really cool E3 booths for the Switch 1 era, like the Odyssey one, the Amazing Zelda booth. That was also the year where a big portion of the booth was Luigi's Mansion 3. And you guys, I think a lot of people remember, we had videos of us going through like the little haunted part of the E3 booth. So this was like a really fun time at Nintendo for sure, because they were like still into doing these events. The events team was like in their bag.
They loved it.
Next level incredible, just making miracles happen. Like I couldn't believe the stuff that they were able to do. It was just amazing. So it was really fun because we wanted to do this event for creators, and we knew that, you know, if we build it out to make it really cool, we're just going to get like tons of video coverage. Like a lot of people are going to post it on their channels. Like it's going to be good incentive for them to come to this event and like share all the cool things that we did. So we hosted it for creators and media in LA. I mean, the whole space, and I have tons of pictures that we'll be inserting here, obviously, and you can see it all. But it was just all themed out to look like the haunted hotel from the game in such a truly magical way. Like we even had like the elevator decked out to look like the actual elevator. Actually, that was a very hard build. The framing across the elevator was so heavy that it kept like toppling over.
Oh no.
And we had to do like some crazy stuff. We were like, can the venue let us like screw this in here?
Yeah.
We'll patch the hole later. But it was like really tough to build that elevator. But we were like, we have to have this elevator. It has to look like the hotel because that was such a big part of the game, like going up and down the elevator. We even hired a guy to dress up like the elevator attendant. Wow. That was incredible. We took so many pictures with him in the like the pink, you know, like the bellhop uniform. Right. So many little details. We had this one area where there were game stations, but it looked like the garden room, like the little arbor room or whatever. And they had like smoke going down. We had this one area where it was like fenced off, but they had like smoke, and then the Luigi statue that was like kind of glow in the dark.
What happened to that?
It's probably in storage somewhere. Some of the stuff was at E3 too.
Yeah.
So it was like, no, we should use this again.
Totally.
Like this is very expensive to make all this stuff. So we should totally use it again for like another event. So it was perfect. But the best part though, I can't believe that I had to do this again, but I made a second Poltergust. This is like my second time around, right? Because I made the Poltergust for the 3DS game.
You did.
And I was like, great, that was really hard. I'm never doing that again with I Am 8-Bit, which was really fun, but also very hard. And like I was like, oh good, I can just like check that box off, make a real life Poltergust. And they were like, so Luigi's Mansion 3 is coming out. You want to make another Poltergust? I'm like, oh my God, does it look that different? They're like, yeah, it's totally different. It's the G00, whatever. I'm like, fine.
So how did you find this company that did this one?
Yeah,
Vulpin Props.
Vulpin Props. So the kicker for this one, the original Poltergust that we made with I Am 8-Bit was non-functioning. It was just a prop. It was like, you know, just in photographs and stuff like that. This one was a working model. So it actually, you know, vacuumed.
Did it suck and blow?
It did.
Oh, good.
It surely did.
Okay.
It surely did.
Great.
And Vulpin Props is a super well-known company in like the world of like movie props.
They do like Hollywood stuff?
Hollywood stuff, okay. Yeah. So we found them kind of similar to like the whole West Coast Customs Mario Kart scenario. We found this company, and they were, of course, huge Nintendo fans, and we're really, really excited to work with us. They were so good. The engineering part of it, like when they were taking us through how they were going to make it work, I was like, what? Okay.
Is it based on like the guts of just an off-the-shelf vacuum?
No, because I think it needed to be like crazy powerful. Because
so they made
it from
even all of that they made.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and I remember they shipped it to us to the event in this like massive crate with these instructions of how to make it work, and we were like, what? And I remember I was like sitting on the floor with like this like instruction manual trying to like put it together. It was like a battery and some other.
You had to put it together?
Yeah, and it was like reading like the IKEA, like put the furniture, like where's the Allen wrench?
Let somebody else do that.
No, like we had to figure it out. It was really complicated. Like we literally, there was like 4 or 5, producer Stephanie was there. We were like, okay, we can do this. We can do this. We did it. We made it work. There was like a light inside because there was on the back of this one, there's like that like tub of goo.
Yes.
Or that canister of goo,
yes.
glow in the dark goo. They had it like, it looked like it was like moving around. It was so cool. And that ended up being like a little area, and I'll put a video of me using it. But the events team, so clever. They brought in like all of these like leaves. It was like this outdoor like kind of like patio area where we had photos. So they had ghosts like hanging off the ceiling and stuff, and they were like all glowing with the smoke, and then they had leaves, and then you could just use it to like blow the leaves around and take videos and stuff. Oh my gosh, it was so cool. You really felt like you were in the game. You know, where did that thing go?
I want to ask you about this picture here.
Okay.
So you're holding the flashlight, but you're also holding this giant pair of Luigi gloves.
This is a photo op. You just put your hands.
So you were not actually holding the light?
No. So it's like it's on a stand, but it's dark, so you can't see it. You just put your hands in the big gloves, and then put your face over the light.
I was like, wait, how does this work?
So you can take a picture like Luigi. Okay. And this little hat, you can put the hat on. How cute, right?
Perfect.
So cute.
Wow.
Yeah. It was so fun. We had tons of people show up for this event. We did have like one really bad thing happened and one really fun, non-related to Luigi's Mansion thing happened. The bad thing is one of the people that was another Nintendo employee that was helping me with the event was riding one of those little like city scooters and fell off and broke his wrist.
Was it one wrist or both wrists?
I think it was both wrists, actually. And like I already called. He was like, I fell off the scooter.
Oh, this was before the event.
No, it was right after the event.
Oh man.
It was like the day that we were leaving, and I was like, do you need us to like take you to the hospital or something? Like it seemed kind of bad. And then he like had hairline fractured both wrists. Man. So sad. Don't ride those scooters. They're very dangerous. The other fun thing is the event that we had, the space that we had was in K-Town, in Koreatown in LA, which is like my favorite place ever. And they have this thing there, which is a 24-hour BCD tofu house, which is my favorite restaurant ever. I'm such a fan of BCD tofu house. And producer Stephanie and I were there, and it was 24 hours, so we ate there all 3 meals.
Did they recognize you?
I don't
by
think
the
so.
end.
They don't care. It was like, but after the event, it was like,
it's open 24 hours?
Midnight. We were hungry at
Is that the
midnight.
one that we've been to?
No.
It's a different location.
It's a different, they have a couple locations in LA, but none here. Please open one here.
Wow.
I would go there so much if they opened one here. I'm like obsessed with this place. But I know, it was making you go with me when we were in LA. But yeah, we literally had all 3 meals at the BCD Tofu House, and it was magical. We were like so on a high from this event, and then we ate the tofu, and we're like, this is the best day ever. It was so fun. Oh my gosh. And then afterwards, we were going to do this amazing Animal Crossing event, which is very similar because we had made all those props for PAX.
Right.
And we were
immersive.
like, great. Yeah, we can bring these props to the launch event. That's going to be fun. Or the preview event. That's going to be great. And then the pandemic happened.
You can't.
And now I don't think they've really done anything like this again. I mean, they do like Nintendo Live.
Yeah.
But it's not for like a singular game.
Right.
And it's not like a space dedicated
Even when they had the preview events for the Switch 2, it didn't seem like they had the Yoshi's Diner.
Yeah.
They didn't even do that.
They didn't really do any of that stuff.
What's the deal?
They could have had like a cool Mario Kart thematic.
Yeah.
You know, like they have, they could have had something with that, but no, they don't really do that stuff anymore, which is kind of unfortunate because they're so good at it.
So next week, are you telling the bookend of this story, which is the Spirit Camera event?
Oh, I should.
Be truly haunted.
Do you want to go there? It's in San Francisco.
Go where?
That hotel.
So that was in an actual haunted hotel.
Yeah, in San Francisco.
Well, we better not give it away now if you're going to tell this story.
Do you want to go?
Spirit Camera was a 3DS game that used obviously the 3DS camera.
Scary.
I never played that game like even for a moment, so I don't know too much about it. It's related to Fatal Frame.
Fatal Frame,
right?
yeah.
All right. Maybe next week, maybe before the end of the month.
This was a non-scary
Well, it's a
Halloween
Luigi's
event.
Mansion.
It was like a fun, I
Yes.
love this event versus the Spirit Camera event, which I was terrified. And I didn't love it. Didn't like it at all.
Or when our partnerships guy took you to the Universal
And I was so
haunted house.
scared.
What is that called?
Fright Night
Yeah.
in Universal, yeah.
Right.
And I was forced to go through all the haunted
Why
houses.
were you forced?
People were like pushing me into
no.
it, and I was like, I don't like this. And I was like, they were like, make her go first. She's scared. It'll be fun. And I'm like, no, I don't want to go first.
No, that's mean.
I don't even have anyone to hide behind. And I was so scared, and like the next day, my whole body was sore from being like tense.
Yeah.
I didn't like that.
No.
That wasn't a BCD tofu
not
house
good.
in a Luigi's Mansion poltergeist. This is the kind of Halloween fun that I'm into.
Yes.
Not the actual scary stuff.
Great story.
Wow.
Let's get into the mood to talk about some games we're playing. But first, we have another sponsor to shout out. This episode is sponsored by Function Health. And we chose Function because it's the only health platform that gives us the data that most people never get about our bodies, but also the insights to start doing something about it.
Yeah, they call these biomarkers, and there's 100 plus, which is quite a lot. But it measures everything from hormones to toxins, heart health, inflammation, stress, all the things that you kind of question. Like a lot of times you ask yourself questions like, why am I tired? Why can't I sleep well? Why do I have no energy? And you don't know what to do or how to find out the reason why, and this can really help you with that.
Right. So let's talk a bit about burnout, because that's a feeling I think a lot of people have maybe
Yes.
experienced, and you think like, oh, well, it's just me working hard, but it's actually biology. And stress adds up, it affects our bodies in different ways, and there are a couple things that Function can keep an eye on in terms of these biomarkers to let you know, like, how is burnout affecting your body in addition to stress? And we're talking about cortisol, which is the stress hormone, can cause things like, fatigue, poor sleep, or weakened immunity system. Also, this other one I didn't even know about, DHEA sulfate, which is another hormone that's tied to sort of your sense of resilience. And burnout is something a lot of people face these days. It's something, we've both experienced at different times, and it's interesting to know there is sort of a biological background to it and potential solutions if you want to do something about it.
Yeah, totally. There's so much of this where you're like, there's nothing I can do about it.
Right.
Like I'm just plagued with this burnout, this feeling of feeling very low and low energy. But no, there is a way for you to like maybe take some action with it.
And these are markers that most physicals just skip.
They
So
can't-
if you go to the
they
doctor,
can't
you're
get
like,
it.
well, take a nap, you'll feel better. So something like that.
Drink some
versus
water.
This deeper level
Yeah.
of insight about it. So learn more and join our community using our link. Function is a near 360 view to see what's happening in your body, and our first 1,000 listeners will get a $100 credit toward their membership. Visit functionhealth.com/Kit and Krysta or use gift code Kit and Krysta 100 at sign up to own your own health.
And we'll put the link right over here with the QR code and also in the description below.
All right. It is time for the
Wow.
weekly Hades 2 check-in.
Oh my gosh,
Are you done?
I'm still not.
No.
I have not rolled credits, but I have made some good
Okay.
progress.
All right. What's the latest?
The latest is that I have beaten the actual final boss of Hades 2.
Okay.
Which is not Kronos, contrary to.
You're not going to say who it is. Spoiler?
Well, spoiler warning that the surface area is quite important,
Yes.
and there is a story-driven reason for you to complete that area.
Is that sort of the true final area?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. And now I understand why that area is so much harder.
Do you recommend not going out there until you have properly done the underground stuff?
I mean, you can explore it because there's stuff that you can,
Okay.
there's ingredients you can find up there. I mean, go as far as you can.
Right,
Why
right.
not? But yeah, that is truly the sort of the final boss. Like you think, oh, I beat Kronos, I'm good. But no, that the final boss is very hard. But to roll credits, you actually have to defeat the final boss multiple times. I've only done it once, and I think I need to do it like 3 more times, and I haven't been able to do it again. But the thing about this game is that, you totally feel like you're continuing to get stronger and improve.
Right.
And every single time you do a run, like something else will unlock and you get like a little reward, which is really nice, and it keeps you feeling like, oh, I'm making progress, which I love that about this game. I think that's what makes it feel like so sticky and so just like it totally grabs you because of the way that they have just completely tuned the way that they dole out these little rewards to you. I'm very powerful now. My Melanoe is like totally, she's got all the stuff. She's got like all the weapons have been upgraded with the different aspects. All of my little animal familiars are totally upgraded. I've gotten every single Arcana card unlocked.
Oh, wow.
My grasp is 30 out of 30. I got it all. So now it's just a matter of kind of mixing and matching boons and figuring out what the best builds are. And of course, I'm deep in this, so I'm watching every video. This is just like what happened to me with Elden Ring. When I get really into a game, I just become like I can't stop thinking about it. Like every day when I'm not playing it, I'm thinking about it and then I'm playing it. And so I'm having a lot of fun. I think this is probably like one of the best games of the year. Certainly one of the games I've sunk the most hours into. And it's been great to play through all the different... I was truly surprised by like the surface world, because I didn't realize it was going to be such a huge part of it. When you beat the final boss the first time, you get treated to this like really cool surprise that I was like, wow, this is incredible. Like that's such a cool thing for the player to get at the end of this like really tough boss. So the rewards are there. I'm determined to roll credits though, so I gotta keep going.
How many weapons are there total in this game? Because I want you to rank them. However many there are, I want you to rank them.
Yeah, and I'm pretty surprised at myself, because usually, me, I love like some kind of magic-based weapon. Something fast, something with like good range, fast range. So I've been really surprised because my primary weapon is the axe.
Oh, you're still with that, okay.
Which is a very big departure for weapons I usually pick. It's very powerful, but it's a little bit slower than some of the other ones. So I would say that the axe is my favorite one, and I've done the best with the axe. And then next would be actually the staff.
The starting weapon.
The starting weapon.
Okay.
The staff has some pretty cool aspects that you can use to upgrade it. One of which gives you 2 casts, which is very powerful. If you have a cast build, like, man, you can do some damage. That's really fun. The third one probably for me would be the Sister Blades, because I still really like the speed of that, even though it feels so weak compared to the axe. I'm like, but with the axe, I'm like, ha-cha, and it's like 3,000 damage, something crazy. And then I think I like those 2. Oh no, after that, the black coat, which is like the Iron Man one. Right. And then the torches, which is like the 2. That one's kind of hard to use, but if you're good with that, the thing that people say is like the best is the special, which there's like a ring of fire that just rotates around you.
What happens to those as you upgrade those?
I don't play it enough to know, but people say that it's pretty OP, honestly. Like if you figure out the special, you basically can't get hit because you're just constantly protected by your like the ring of the flames. And then the last one, the one I just can't get a handle on, is the skull. That one is so strange. Like it's like I've tried it a couple times. It's definitely magic and range based, but there's a thing that you have to do to like collect the skulls that you throw back out, and I'm like, that seems hard. Like I don't have the like the mental capacity to like defeat these enemies, not get hit by them, dodge, cast, and go around to collect the skulls that I've like put like. You
have to pick them up?
Yeah. Like that seems like I feel like that's real hard.
Yeah.
I don't know. If you are a Hades
Maybe that's
2
for the true experts
skull
out there.
player, let me know if I'm missing something. But I tried it and I was like, dang, this is a lot to like keep and I'm like, is that a skull? If the screen's like teensy. I'm like, is that a skull? Is that something else? Is that an enemy? I don't know. So yeah, that one is probably the least favorite one. You do unlock this thing where it gives you like a ton of data, where it's like what weapon you use the most, how much damage you've done, like every single slice and dice of the data you could ever possibly want. They have a record of it, and I think that's amazing because I'm always like nerding over it.
Right.
I'm like, ooh, that boon was okay, 3%. Okay, I mean, let's say if I combine these two, then you're like really like kind of deep into that like calculation of like what is the best build you can get and like all the different tricks you can use to get those boons to show up so you can like build it. Like there's all these tricks with the cards, like you can re-roll the builds, you can like get the keepsake and then like don't get the one that's actually like rare because you can use another keepsake to upgrade it to heroic. Like there's so many little experimentally things that you can do, which is what makes this game absolutely brilliant. And so you can keep doing that.
And
to
one
yourself.
of the things I'd asked you a few days ago was, you know, now that you're going super deep on these runs, how long do they take? And you said like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Or so. That's good.
It's not bad.
Yeah, I think, you know, when you're doing it again and again, your investment of time gets into it more. And I could see that being like, ugh, I didn't make it, or I got to the boss and I got to do it again. And it's like, oh, that's another 45 minutes ahead of me. But there's some trick to the pacing to get
somehow they
keeping people coming back.
Really tuned it so perfectly where like it's so true, like after a few runs the bosses that you previously thought were just impossible,
Just blowing through them.
Blow through them. Like when I first got to the surface area, that first boss, like I remember the first time I fought that first boss, I think it killed me in like 20 seconds. Now I kill it in 20 seconds. I'm like, you come at me, I'll got you right now. And like some of the things that they would do that felt like, oh, that is impossible to dodge. It's so cheap. How could you do that to me? I'm like, oh, you don't touch me. I'm losing health. Go for it. You know, then you feel so good.
Right.
And bosses that you just thought were like, I'm never going to figure this out. Like, you figure it out. So I think this game is absolutely brilliant. And you know what? I actually was watching someone play it on a Switch 1. It looks exactly the same.
You played it before you got the upgrade. You had a Switch 1 version.
I did.
Yeah.
So I'm telling people that, like, you know, if you don't have a Switch 2 yet, don't sleep on this game. Like, seriously, it is one of the best games of the year. It runs great on a Switch 1. I literally cannot tell the difference.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do the 120 frames.
I want to count 120 frames.
I mean, you might need some frames at some point, but I haven't needed those frames. But yeah, it's amazing. I'm so glad this game exists. I'm going to be playing it for a long time, I'm sure. Even if I beat it, I'm still going to.
That and Luigi's Mansion.
Mansion, yes. Luigi's Mansion is a cakewalk compared to this game. Are you kidding me?
I went back to Sonic Racing Cross Worlds because the first kind of IP crossover thing is out, which is Minecraft.
Wow, big one.
So you get 3 new characters. You get Steve, Alex, and the Creeper.
Oh.
You get these new carts, which in this case is literally like a Minecraft-looking minecart thing. And then there's one whole new track, which is this very in-depth Minecraft track that I was really impressed with.
Wow.
And it just kind of makes you excited for some of these that are still to come. And there's a lot still to come. Like, you know, they're rolling these out like well into next year. So I'm not the biggest Minecraft fan. Like, people know that about us. But it just seemed like it was really well done. It seemed to be like at least as well done as sort of the Nintendo crossovers that were in Mario Kart 8. So I just think it bodes really well. And it seems like this game, you know, has a really good community going for it. And I do believe that like it's pretty frequent that they're rolling these out. Like, I think the next one...
Keeping people, like, engaged. Yeah.
I believe the next ones are Joker from Persona and then the Like a Dragon one is out. And that's the one, obviously, that I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah. Kiryu?
No, it's Ichiban.
Oh, it's Ichiban.
Ichiban.
I wonder what the track is going to look like.
What it's got to
be.
Yeah, Kamurocho. It's going to be hilarious.
Oh man, I want to see. That's going to be amazing. Wow. Like a neon Kamurocho. Yes. That's going to be so fun.
Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant. I love that.
I think they're going to be able to do it, of keeping people hooked in through this. We still have the Switch 2 version to come. They haven't said yet when exactly that is coming. They've just said this holiday period, but I think that timing is actually going to be really good for them to just give those Switch 1 players, which is all they have now on a Nintendo platform, another incentive to come back and hopefully pick up the DLC and keep playing all of that. So I just continue to be very impressed with this game. That's all I have to say about that.
They don't have a chicken jockey skin.
No.
That would be a good.
No,
that would be such a good, funny thing for them to do.
I checked these characters out, and then I went right back to Hatsune Miku.
You like the Hatsune.
The thing that's funny is you can mix and match the characters with the cards. So like I had Steve, who was doing all his like weird like Minecraft moves on the Hatsune Miku hoverboard, which was just like a hilarious thing to see. And they just seem to be having a lot of fun, with these new properties and what they can do with those.
Is the SpongeBob one out yet?
Oh, the SpongeBob one. No, that one's not out yet, but I think that was also. Some of them are coming so soon that you can kind of like get a little preview of them if you hover over them, and that was on there. Like they don't yet have Mega Man on there. They don't yet have Pac-Man.
Right.
So yeah, they had those two Sega ones, and then they had SpongeBob as well, and that's another one. That's going to be like a real trippy thing.
I want to see the Bikini Bottom trap.
I think that'll be cool.
That's going to be really fun.
Yeah, this game is legit.
They're doing good.
This legit.
You know what? They found the right model for a racing game to have these like continual updates. I think that's the only way to make it sticky, to keep people coming back,
I mean, if you're not the top dog like Mario Kart,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
and
you need another
way. I mean, there are a lot of things. So when we first played this game, our takeaway was like, oh, there's a lot of things
similar to Mario Kart.
They've taken from Mario Kart. But the more I play it, I was like, oh, there's a lot of things in this that Mario Kart could maybe learn a lesson.
There you go. Goes both ways
from this, like the whole like building out your little badge with all these little perks.
That's cool.
And there's a lot of those perks. And it kind of acts as your progression, because as you go, you get more badge slots that open up, and some of them, take more than one slot. So you need to be strategic of like, well, how am I using this real estate that I have? Yeah. That's a really good system that I could see fitting well into Mario Kart.
I wish that Mario Kart had a bit more customization.
There's a lot of choices. It's like it's not just like, oh, go faster, drift better. Like sometimes it's like you get this item more. So if it's like, all right, I'm really good at this item, I'm gonna get that more frequently.
Yeah.
Or the item is like, if it there's the one that's like the boxing glove, it's bigger, so you have a better chance of hitting somebody. There's a lot of good ideas in this game.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Way to go.
I have continued playing Though the Most, Final Fantasy Tactics, and with Pokemon coming, I'm probably going to have to put a bookmark.
A pin in it?
In this game. Are
you feeling like you're going to be okay with Pokemon with the hand?
I think so.
Okay.
I think this game has 4 chapters, I believe, and I'm well into the 3rd chapter, so I'm actually not that far probably from the conclusion.
Oh, wow.
So I would like to beat it. It may take getting to one of these Thanksgiving or Christmas holidays to get through it, but I would like to do that. There is something new that they've started to introduce now, which are these like more in-depth, multi-phase battles.
Oh, wow.
Which are pretty cool. So it's a lot of times like, oh, we're storming this castle, or we're trying to raid this dungeon. So they just kind of stack them back to back. They do give you a chance to save in between, which is nice.
I was just going to ask you, like, if you fail, does it mean you have to start all over from the beginning?
No, thank goodness, because that could be a little bit tedious. And then sometimes they actually culminate in a boss, which this game doesn't have a ton of bosses. And there's some sort of story reasons about why the bosses are the way that they are that I will not go into, but they're a little bit different from some of the other characters, and a lot of times it's just you versus this one boss who's like a heavy hitter. So that's an interesting new thing that they've added. I'm sure they'll escalate those the further you get into the game. And then I'm also getting in deeper to some of these job classes, and I very stupidly should have found this earlier, but they have a pretty straightforward explanation of like, all right, you want this class, here's what you need to do to level up this job and that job, and then you can get that one. Like for whatever reason, I missed that in some menu before, because there were a couple, I was like, how do I get this? How do I get that? So I got to decide, like, do I just want to stick with some of the earlier classes that are working out for me?
Okay.
So there's like Archer is one of the pretty early classes.
But you like the chemist.
So the chemist got the gun.
That's so exciting.
And the chemist is just blasting people now.
And healing. So the chemist got really good. But yeah, it's like, well, you can get, so the chemist can go into all the like magic classes. I think I'm going to keep the chemist. I have no reason to change now. And the chemist also knows black magic, so I can kind of switch over between. This chemist seems OP.
The chemist and the black mage, and kind of slowly build up my black magic library. But again, the chemist shooting the gun and just throwing out these potions and stuff.
Seems to be very effective.
Seems great.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I got a new gun, though. So maybe they're like, yeah, we know this first gun you got's really strong. We're going to make you wait a long time. But the chemist is great. I also have the archer, which, again, is a very early class. That now the archer level is so high, it's like, I really overshot. I should have probably switched the archer over to something else. But now I'm like so deep in this archer.
Don't let it die.
But the archer is really useful. I haven't had... since we last podcasted.
Because you had a death incident.
I had some deaths.
Because you were like, you had to redo your party.
I've not had any deaths. The party is still intact. This archer is really strong. So everybody's like, oh, you got it. You know, the archer is too basic, too simple. It's like, I don't know, the archer is doing pretty good for me.
You need range in these games.
So we'll see.
It's very important to have.
But then there's like a ninja class that I'm interested in getting that I don't have yet that I probably could have gotten earlier if I had paid more attention. Because my main guy, he's still the monk, and the monk is crazy powerful.
What is the most like unique class? Would you say?
There's one that's like I forget what it's called. It's like mathematician or calculator or something like that.
No way.
Yeah, they've got some weird
What does that
ones.
person do? Spreadsheets?
I think there was. It seems really like overpowered, where it's like they can do any spell that you've learned from any of the other characters. I don't know. I'd have to go back and check. But I was reading it. I was like, well, you can do that? Wow.
Mathematician?
Yeah, it was something like calculator or mathematician or
that's not me.
arithmetologist or something.
Whoa,
something like
not
something that you are not.
I'm definitely not able to do any of that.
Something that you're not cut out for.
Are you kidding me?
No, so that's what I appreciate. Is like some of the jobs are pretty weird, but they've also got other like summoner, like you can do that, and
more normal fantasy jobs.
Like the half-naked Shiva summon comes out and turns everybody cold, and there's all of that.
You need that.
There's a lot of classes that are cool.
I love that summons are like always in a Final Fantasy.
Yes, they have to be.
They have to be.
Yes. And then the new thing that I have started playing was a little bit out of left field is this mobile game, which I play hardly any mobile games these days, but this is a Monster Jam.
Of course, so you're all
game.
over it.
Monster Jam Extreme Mayhem. I saw that this came out. I can't even know where I saw that this came out. But I remember that a while back, I was like, oh, surely there must be some Monster Jam mobile game, and there was not. But now there is. And I've been checking it out, and it's actually pretty good. I kind of like it. So,
is it like sideways phone?
Yes. Okay. It's sideways phone.
I don't like mobile games with sideways phone.
The thing that I like about this is that it kind of knows what it should and shouldn't do as a mobile game. It kind of knows its limits, which I think is good. Okay. So in this one, it's all 2D, so you're on a 2D track. And what you can do is you can kind of, on the left hand, they want you to play it with two hands. I can actually play it fine with one hand.
Okay.
On the left, you're kind of adjusting, like, are you leaning back or going forward? So you can do tricks like you can do like a wheelie, or you can do like a front wheelie. And also in the air, you have to adjust
like the angle,
the pitch and angle of your truck.
Like Excite Bike.
Because if you crash and you land on top, you actually lose that. Like, it's pretty strict. It's like, it's not like, oh, you respawn. It's like, no, you've just lost that race.
Oh. You're
just out, and you can burn one of your like limited resources to come back, or you can just be like, well, I scored 0 points on this. And then on the other side, there's a button to do a double jump in the air. You can kind of do a double jump, which is cool. Every truck has a unique special as well. So of course I'm playing Megalodon, and what Megalodon does is and you have to build this up. Like you have to do tricks to build up the bar. You can do these, or there's other things that you have to pick up to collect a special. He just kind of, there's like this big shark that like bursts out of the ground and like propels him into the sky.
Fun.
So you do like a big jump into the sky. And then there's another thing that you build up by doing tricks, which is just like a turbo basically.
Okay.
But I like the way that they layer some of the stuff. So deeper into the game, there are these like burning hoops, and it's like, all right, if you do the double jump in the hoop, you get a big boost.
Okay.
Or there's other like walls where it's like, okay, if you press the button when you're against the wall, you'll do this thing where you're driving on the wall and you get a boost out of that. So it's a pretty like limited amount of things that you do, but the stages are made in a pretty interesting way where there's always, either you're doing a jump or you can do a flip, or sometimes they even have like a loop-de-loop, like a sonic loop-de-loop.
How's
kind
the
of thing.
difficulty level?
They kind of zip you through the tutorials in the beginning, And you actually can't go back to those because I kind of missed what they were telling me about like how to build up my turbo meter for a while. And I was like, I'm just getting my butt kicked, and it seemed like the computer was just turboing like crazy. So once I figured that out, it was no problem. It's pretty good.
Because those games honestly are kind of hard.
These games, it's definitely getting trickier as you go along, and it's one of these things where like there's like a set of 3 events, and you need to get a certain number of medals to move on and unlock the next one, which is cool. But so far, it feels like a pretty good progression, and they're still introducing new mechanics. Like that thing of jumping through the flaming hoop is kind of new.
Okay. Is it free to play?
Yes, it does have stuff that you can pay for. I'm obviously not going to pay any of that. And they just gave me Megalodon from the beginning. You have to pick.
What about that unicorn card?
They have that's the special one that they have on highlight now. It's like
no.
Cash in your whatever, and you might have a chance to win.
Oh, you roll for it.
But you don't win it. You win like parts for it. So you need to win it multiple times to win it. So that's probably never going to happen. But
you could also just buy it. No.
I don't know. I haven't looked closely. I don't care enough. But I did think of you when I saw that. Yes, Sparkle Smash.
Sparkle Smash.
But at the beginning, you pick between some of the big ones. So it's like Gravedigger, Megalodon, and El Toro. Those are the 3 that you pick from, and they all have like different sort of attributes.
Okay.
And you can eventually level them up. They seem a little stingy on that stuff. Whatever currency you're getting for that seems a little bit stingy. I also like the look of it. It's got kind of like a cell shade. It's not trying to be like super realistic.
Yeah.
But it's cool. Like I'm gonna keep playing it here and there. Like I think it's pretty fun. And of course I like monster trucks. I like Monster Jam. I have to try and separate like, do I like this because it's this, or is it actually a fun game? I think this is actually a fun game.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt that you like the subject matter though.
You barely play any mobile games. That's
this
really
is
saying
like
a
the
lot.
one mobile game I'll play all year long.
Yeah. That's what always happens to me. I always just play like the one thing, which is Marvel.
Right, and then it gets too like, I don't like, they're like, oh, you need these 19 currencies to do this thing.
I always feel like if you fall off the mobile game and try to go back to it like a month later, you're like, what?
Right, there is another mode it's like grayed out. It's like, oh, this is coming soon, but they don't really explain what it is in addition to all of these events. Like I imagine you could just run out of content. Maybe that's something that's like, a bit more like
later.
Ongoing for them to keep going, but I think it's cool, especially since the last kind of console Monster Jam was a little bit of a slight letdown, I would say.
Yeah, I think you did not enjoy that as much as the first one. So.
True. All right.
Wow, these are the games.
And then next week we're gonna have Pokemon.
Oh, we'll have big Pokemon stuff.
We didn't even have this in the news, but maybe this is a segue into the news. The Pokemon reviews are out.
You were spot on.
What did I predict? 82 or 81?
Well, it's on Metacritic 81.
I think I predicted 82.
I think I predicted 82. So you were a little off, but generally there.
There were not. So some people were waiting on the review who had the game, like IGN.
Yeah, to score it.
To score it, yes. So they said they didn't have a lot of time with it, and the embargo was very strict, which is not a surprise to us.
Not surprising to me.
This is a Pokemon game.
Some of the embargoes we did for Pokemon games were like.
So they said we're not gonna score it now. Look for that. So. But there are, a solid number of reviews that are out there.
But you were so right because...
They're all over the place.
That's the thing.
Yes.
Like when I looked at those reviews, there was like 10s to 6s.
Pokemon's become this real love it or hate it kind of thing.
It's truly become like a disparity between the two.
Between kind of the build up to this game and actually these Pokemon, my hype for this game was like really high. Like really high.
Oh, the leaks have got you hyped.
The leaks got me excited actually.
The leaks had nothing to do with Pokemon ZA.
It's just been a while since we had a Pokemon game. And the last one, like it was like, Scarlet Violet was like kind of a letdown. So I'm ready. I'm excited.
Me too.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I can't wait to get mad at the midnight launch event.
Oh no! All right, the rest of the news. So we did a video a little while ago talking about like how Nintendo might respond to its IP being in all these AI-made videos. Mm-hmm. And Nintendo actually had to tweet something because there was a rumor going about that they were like lobbying the Japanese government to do something about this.
Right.
But they had to come out and say, this is not true.
But then it is.
But as of today, I'll read the headline. Japanese government calls on Sora 2 maker OpenAI to refrain from copyright infringement. And they have also said that the characters from manga and anime are irreplaceable treasures that Japan boasts to the world. Where did you get this headline? What is
This is an IGN headline.
This is IGN.
But that's what he said. He did say irreplaceable treasures.
Manga. It doesn't say anything about games. It says manga and anime.
Well,
irreplaceable
treasures. Here's the quote. We are a country that has captivated the world with the creative power of anime, games, and music.
Okay, we're covering our bases
This is the Japanese government cabinet office press conference. And the guy that's quoted is the Minister of State for IP and AI Strategy.
All right, he's had enough.
He's had enough. He's putting his foot down.
Right.
His human foot. But yeah, we were saying in that video a week ago, they were like, oh, where there's smoke, there's fire. Or, I'm suspicious. Why would they tweet this if something isn't happening?
And that was originally based off something that somebody in the Japanese government had said, and then they totally backed off. But like they knew that this was in the works.
Yes.
So this is not a lawsuit. This is not a cease and desist. This is a please understand.
This is a please understand.
I don't think OpenAI they're gonna be like, yeah, whatever.
They're like, we don't give a
No, what they're going to do,
what
they're going to say is, we have given you the tools to opt in or out.
Yes,
please make
out.
Please make your decision.
Anime, music, and video game people, opt out.
It's a simple 200-step process as part of the Japanese government. You're familiar with red tape. Here you go.
Also,
take some more.
We will review it in our own timetable. It may take years.
They just pulled the Japanese government on the Japanese government.
Do you think that their website is as bad as the Japanese government's website?
As any Japanese website? I don't know.
If you can make a reservation at a restaurant in Japan, then you can 100% opt out of a store or two.
Oh gosh.
That's the test, really.
So we think nothing's going to happen from this. Where does this escalate to next?
I mean, nothing.
Nothing.
It doesn't escalate.
This is as far as this goes?
I feel like maybe, like we were saying before, like there's no policy at all around this. And Nintendo has to be quite careful with how they, approach this from a lawsuit perspective. So it might be just like, please stop it. Like, we're kind of trying to scare OpenAI from the Japanese government perspective. We're trying to scare you a little bit by telling you that the Japanese government is watching you and telling you to not do this.
Yes. So the OpenAI response is, okay, please opt in or opt out.
Yes.
This is America, Jack, and also, no, you please understand. That's the response in that order. 1, 2, 3.
Pretty much, yeah. And then, until they have policy and legal policy to back up a lawsuit, they really can't do.
But if you're Nintendo, it's like, okay, we did that, and that resulted in nothing.
Right.
Now it's time for us to
sue,
to get involved. Wow.
Now it's time. Now it's time to sue. Now it's time to sue.
It's getting interesting. It's getting interesting.
Until there's policy, I think it's hard to say you're right or wrong.
Global policy?
Oh gosh,
worldwide?
That's gonna be hard. They're never going to be able to do that. Oh gosh.
Again, this is America, Jack. All right. Now, Claire Obscura is back in the news. There's a lot to this. So let's kind of go piece by piece.
Okay,
so they announced that the game has sold 5 million units. Congratulations.
Round of applause.
They announced that there is a free update for the game that is coming. And here's what's going to be in that. A new playable environment, taking characters to a brand new location with new enemy encounters and surprises, challenging new boss battles for late game players.
More challenging already than the ones that we already fought? Because those are pretty hard.
New costumes.
Pay attention.
New costumes. Just in time for Bodhi season. Imagine that. New costumes for each member of the expedition. New text.
We already have swimsuits. What else could there better swimsuits?
New text and UI localization.
Nice.
Czech, Ukrainian, Latin American, Spanish, Turkish, Vietnamese, Thai, and Indonesian, bringing the total number of languages to 19. All right, that's a lot of languages.
Incredible.
And then more surprises fans can look forward to. Wow. I have a question for you.
Yes.
Your game is locked away now in Game Pass, which you have since canceled. What are you going to do to keep playing this game?
I know. I was just thinking
You're in trouble.
This is the thing that I was like, I don't care about digital games. It's literally happening to me right now. I'm gonna have to rebuy.
So you could either buy this game on an Xbox and keep playing it on that with your save data.
Yeah.
Or you could do what I did and just buy the PS5 version.
But then you have to replay it, right?
And well, I wanted to replay.
Oh, you wanted to.
I wanted to do that. So what are you going to do? Because you're going to want to do this, right?
Yeah. I'm going to buy it on Xbox. Because
You should have thought twice.
it's fine because
You could just renew your Game Pass
For, like,
a
that
month when it comes out.
yeah, I could just renew it for a month and then no, and you know what? I kind of want this game though. So I better buy it just in case something else happens.
But on Xbox,
yeah,
you're gonna buy
I'll buy it on Xbox.
Okay, interesting.
Because I want to. I mean, I do eventually want to replay the game, but I want to get to the DLC right away. So I'm excited to just do that because the game is still pretty fresh for me.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
There's more. So the dev team from Sandfall was getting out and doing some interviews as well. This is from the CEO and creative director, Guillaume Broche. He confirmed that the studio is starting to think about their next game. And I'll read some of his quotes. We're starting to think and work on the next real game. Quote, a lot of very good... These quotes are not interesting. Quote, a lot of really good ideas. Great.
You don't say.
So he did say that they're not looking to
expand
the team.
Yeah.
We want to remain very small and agile with a strong creative vision and a game that feels unique and artsy.
Well, that's what they do.
So that's good. And then this is from the same interview. He also said that they want to quote, make stories like an art house, making crazy projects because we want to make them. And that's the philosophy that we want to stick by, especially now because we have so much attention and so much love from the players. We really don't want to betray that and just do stupid stuff.
Yeah, stop doing stupid stuff, people.
Don't do the stupid stuff.
Don't be stupid.
That's a good life tip.
Yeah.
And then in this other interview, this next one is with the Washington Post, they said that their next game is not necessarily going to be an RPG, be a follow-up to Clair Obscur, be a sequel to Clair Obscur. So everything is on the table.
But I need to know what happens with the Writers Guild.
He said, we don't want to be constrained by story, art style, or gameplay in whatever we want to make next. So nothing to say. We just want it to feel authentic and made with love.
Can you please tell us what's going on with the Writers Guild, though? I really desperately need to know.
Yeah. Well, that's when you say when you don't, we have nothing to announce at this time. Anything's possible.
Guillaume. Sir.
Guillaume.
Monsieur. S'il vous plaît.
Bro.
I need to know about the Writers Guild.
Yeah.
Truly, I do.
If you had to bet, though, do you think their next game is somehow related to this? I think it is, too.
So.
I think
it is. The Writers Guild has to be. I need to know.
I hope so.
I'm so excited. This game has such good value, honestly. The base game was not very expensive to begin with.
Yeah.
And now they're just giving you this amazing free update.
Free
wow.
update? Working on a sequel?
Well, this is the most generous studio ever. My goodness. I love it.
Last story in the news is that the Minecraft movie sequel has a release date. So they posted this tweet on the Minecraft movie Twitter account, said, building terrain, see you in theaters July 23rd, 2027. So it's now 2025, so that's like a year and a half.
Yeah.
Kind of.
So is it going to be like Mario movie, Minecraft movie, Mario movie,
Zelda
Minecraft?
Movie. Isn't the Zelda movie 2027? What's the release date of the Zelda movie?
I don't know. I can't. The internet here is bad.
Oh, we don't know. Okay, but I think that's.
But it is 2027.
Within months of that. Okay, so Minecraft ended up at just under $1 billion, 957 globally. It was.
How in the world did Lilo and Stitch make $1 billion?
So what you're referring to is that's the second highest movie of the year, following it's Lilo. Not Lilo.
Lilo and
Stitch at 1.03 billion. Did you see that?
No. I'm not the biggest
You're not a fan.
Lilo and Stitch fan, unfortunately.
You're too old?
I'm truly in the minority.
I think you're too old.
I didn't like the whole Hannah and his family. It's lame.
I really thought Minecraft was going to get to $1 billion, but kind of petered out.
How did that happen? What about all the teenagers, the chicken jockey, the crazy popcorn, the throwing of the stuff?
They had their fun. They did it, and then they moved in.
They snuck into the movie.
And then they snuck in.
They were doing that thing. What's it called? Theater hopping?
Speaking of you being old, blaming teenagers for theater hopping.
I used to do that. You never did that?
I never did.
You liar.
I've never done that.
You're such a liar. Don't try to be all high and mighty.
I haven't done that.
You didn't do that on Christmas Day where...
I didn't go to a movie on Christmas Day.
Oh, we used to love going to the movies on Christmas Day. My mom and I theater hopped together. You just stay in the theater. Just pay for the first movie, but watch 3.
I'm actually engaging with my family on Christmas Day, not sitting in a dark theater.
I was with my mom.
Watching out the clock tick by on Christmas Day.
What are are you going to do on Christmas Day?
No, celebrating.
Eat a cookie?
Okay. Well, we can look forward to that new Minecraft movie in 2027. What do you think? Building terrain. Do you think that's some sort of a hint?
I don't know Minecraft
that
well
might be
enough
some
to...
sort of. There's.
Well, there's a post-credit scene with. Can I say the thing?
Yeah.
Alex.
Yes.
Which I'm imagining.
And there's kind of two. This looks like two pickaxes here.
Pickaxes. Yeah. So I'm imagining.
Somebody can recreate the Minecraft movie too in Sonic Racing now. It's going to be a Sonic crossover. That's what they're building. Building terrain. We're building a cross world between Sonic and Minecraft in a movie.
Is there more Sonic movies? Because they could do a movie crossover.
Oh, they're not stopping with that.
And a Minecraft game crossover. They could cross it all over. Cross everything over.
They're taking that so into the ground. Ironically, underground.
I mean, it's doing well. So
doing well
they're
now.
really not taking it into any ground.
Let's get some questions from our Patreon community. Again, we're at patreon.com/KitandKrysta if you'd like to join up. Let's start with a question from Antigonus Gaming. I know sales are a hot button issue, as some gamers say they shouldn't be considered in the discussion of whether a game is successful or not, but for a franchise like Metroid Prime that likely has its continued revival staked on the success of Metroid Prime 4, how long does Nintendo typically wait to continue collecting data to determine whether a game was successful enough to warrant follow-up titles? I've heard rumors that 5 million in sales is the number they view as worthy of continuing to invest in Prime titles, but that would be ambitious given how even Dread only sold 3 million. How long would Nintendo give the game to hit that number before making a decision on whether to continue a riskier project like Metroid Prime?
Yeah, I think sales obviously play a part in the equation of whether or not Nintendo, thinks a franchise is worth supporting. But it's also pretty typical at Nintendo for them to look at some other factors of what goal that game is achieving. Like for Metroid, they know that it's really reaching a very specific / important part of their fan base, and it's a franchise that is very historical to Nintendo. It's one of those things where they don't have other games quite like Metroid either. It's a very unique Nintendo experience. So I think they're looking at other factors. I mean, obviously they want the game to sell lots of copies, but they're also looking at other factors to determine whether or not to continue making Metroid games. And I don't think for a second that they're like, if it doesn't sell X number of copies, we're never making a Metroid game.
If it's $1 under breaking even, we're never doing this again. Yeah,
forget it. We're just throwing the entire thing into the burning trash.
Right.
No, I actually don't think that's a big part of the discussion. It's like, how do we make a quality game that shows off a gameplay mechanic that we're excited about, that really fits into the Metroid universe? How do we make something that speaks to this particular fan base?
Yeah, and serves an important purpose with this critical fan base.
Yeah, and also how do we pay homage to one of Nintendo's important characters and IP? And how do we continue that?
And I mean, in this case, you're kind of starting out behind the 8 ball anyway, because you started the game and then you scrapped it and you started over, and it's like, if you're Retro Studios, you're holding that against us?
Like we didn't do that.
That wasn't us. You gave it to us for a reason
we're trying to fix it.
To do it right. So don't count that against us. So it is kind of a weird game to try and prognosticate that way. But what you said is exactly right. It's like, yes, it's a business. You want to make money, but different things have different purposes and goals beyond strictly making money.
Yeah.
And I mean, if this
definitely want to make money.
If this thing is just like a huge failure and it's like, oh my gosh, we lost, tens of millions of dollars, that's a different story.
I don't think it's going to be that.
Versus we ended up a little bit under, but we can see a bigger reason for this thing to exist. And I think that's just a way that Nintendo is a little bit different than some other people out there who are living like day to day.
Yeah.
Of oh God, how do we not go out of
business?
How do we not go out of business?
Yeah.
Versus we have these higher aspirations.
Well, also helps when you have billions of dollars in the bank.
Right.
So it's not like you're struggling or something. So you have the luxury of making these kinds of decisions. It balances out
because you made a Pokemon game that sold 30 million copies out of Furukawa's change in his couch.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He's like, oh here's 5 cents. Have fun. See you later.
I found this in the back of my Toyota Century. My chauffeur found this for me. Here you go.
Look like a briefcase with like $13 million in it. You like open it and Masuda's like, oh,
I got a Pokemon. Right. I got a Pokemon in here.
I can get down with this. Yeah, but I don't think it's gonna be like, oh no, Metroid Prime didn't sell the 5 million.
Unless it's like a horrific sales catastrophe, which I don't think.
I don't think it will be. Yeah, I don't think it will be.
Frulio's next. During your time at Nintendo, was the concept of a Nintendo phone ever explored or discussed internally? From your perspective, is this something the company might consider pursuing in the future, or is it outside of their strategy?
I've never heard this discussed at Nintendo. Have you ever?
It would come up in like a town hall Q&A.
Yeah.
And it was very quickly dismissed.
Yeah.
Of, we're in the business of games, of fun, but there are a lot of things about a phone that are not fun, that are purely functional, that just go beyond like the core idea of what we want to do as this company. So, now they have games on phones. Like, okay, well, we can deliver what's unique about us on a phone. And we don't have to worry about all that other stuff that is very complicated, honestly, and goes beyond kind of our goal and our calling as a company.
I think the closest thing, and it's not to say that they were, trying to test out whether or not they could make a phone, was the DSi. When we launched the DSi, it was like, this is not just a gaming device. Like, we want to compete a little bit with phones, because at the time, like, a camera phone was still kind of novel. So it was like, oh, now the DSi has a camera, it has that music. I remember we spent so much time getting Jason Derulo to launch his single on Nintendo DSi, which was random and weird, and we can tell that story later. But so that was like the only time I can remember where it was like, we understand that phones have become this like entertainment device for people, and we're not saying that a Nintendo's hardware is a phone, like you cannot make a phone call on it, but we do recognize that people are using their phones for so much more than just making a phone call, which is like the last thing you do on your phone at this point. So that was kind of the strategy behind the DSi, and why we focus so much on like not the games, but like the camera, the sound, the video stuff, all those things that you could do on a phone. So, yeah, but an actual Nintendo phone, I don't think that was ever seriously
And I'm not
discussed.
sure I would want a Nintendo phone, honestly.
I do not trust them. They're going to be like spying on you.
What?
You're going to want to use that phone to like tweet something about them, and then they're going to like lock your phone.
It's going to like censor you. No.
It's going to censor you.
You can't say that.
Take a screen grab and it's going to be like black. Yeah, no way. No way.
Jason Ball 34 is next. After you mentioned the Nintendo Today app has struggled to get new users, I had a thought. Do you think there'd be any merit to Nintendo combining their 3 smart device apps into one singular Nintendo app? Instead of Today, Music, and Switch Online, these apps could just be different tabs within one app. That way, they'd get the chance to show their Today news content to people whenever they open up the app with the intention of streaming music. And you could see what friends on your friend list are currently online and could instantly jump to the soundtrack of the game they're playing, for example. Or would this be a bad idea for some reason or another? Thanks.
It's actually a pretty good idea.
There's some good ideas here.
Some very good ideas.
There's some things to like here.
Yeah.
So one thing about it is some of these things would not be... So I guess Nintendo Music is exclusive to NSO subscribers.
Right.
But I don't know, that could be just a good persistent upsell right there. You just have that tab, click on it, it's like, it's grayed out. Oh, you want this?
Get an NSO subscription.
Get this NSO.
Yeah.
So I think this does potentially solve some of the problems. I'm sure it's a conversation that they had, and for whatever reason they didn't want to do it. Mm-hmm. But if you have 3 apps that people are using sparingly, combining it can solve some of that and probably boost the
traffic
usership and traffic of all of those. I mean, in what order do you use those 3 apps?
0 for all.
0 for all?
I use the Switch Online app once in a blue moon to
screenshots.
Grab a screenshot. I never do Nintendo Music anymore, even though I was very excited about it. For some reason, I just don't have it in my habit to go to it. Like, if I'm listening to music, like, if I'm looking for video game music, you just go to YouTube now. And then I never go to Nintendo Today, ever.
Okay.
Yeah. I literally read about what's on Nintendo Today on, like, Twitter.
Yeah, I think for me, again, I still have Nintendo Today right on the phone.
Well, you need to look at it in the morning.
We do sometimes need it for breaking news purposes.
Yeah, as long as you have it.
But I'm definitely not actively opening it up every day. Music, I do still use and like. I like that a lot.
You listen to the music app quite a bit.
And then the NSO one, I just don't. Again, literally outside of a screenshot, like I don't.
What else is on there? Okay, you couldn't even say. Can't even say. Yeah.
I think this is a good idea. Again, they probably have some reasons for why they don't want to do that. They probably have bigger aspirations for these things to get bigger than they are, but right now it's not happening.
Yeah, exactly. It's definitely an aspiration thing, I think, where they have this vision of Nintendo Today becoming this like social network. And,
right.
Yeah, a lot of people say, well, then make it like a real social network.
Miiverse?
Like a Miiverse, exactly. And they're not
too close to Miiverse.
They're not going to do that.
We can't get too close to Miiverse.
God forbid.
People would find out.
God forbid.
We got a question from Marvin25. Happy fall. I recently got a tattoo of the Mario Brothers Power Star with a unique design to it. I've always wanted a tattoo, and I finally went through with it. It made me think, though, how does Nintendo feel about fans using their IP for personal use? For example, making art that represents Nintendo in some way, like customizing your own personal things with Nintendo stuff on it. In my case, I have Nintendo permanently on my body. I also sometimes see people making custom things to sell that aren't licensed by Nintendo. Thanks. I'm curious about this unique design. Marvin25, can you please post a photo in the Discord?
Marvin25, the ninjas are coming to laser off your tattoo.
They're coming for your body.
Unfortunately, they're coming for your body, but watch out. No, just kidding. Your body's probably safe for now, but Nintendo does not like this. Not the tattoo part of it. The tattoo part is probably actually fine. But the thing about like using Nintendo designs, like Etsy.
As long as you're not selling it or trying to like commercialize it.
Yeah.
It's like they'll just look the other way.
Look the other way. Like we did have a few Nintendo like creators that were like we wanted to partner with them to do official Nintendo stuff, and we had to be like, "Hey, shut down your Etsy store."
Oh yeah.
Don't let them find out. Like I had to give them like an early warning when I was like, "We're about to reach out to you to work together on stuff."
Right.
But you need to shut down your Etsy store.
Or there were creators who had merch for themselves that would have some amount of like Nintendo crossover, and that would become just like a recurring issue.
That was a big issue, and I hated sending those emails. It's like, sorry, you're using the Animal Crossing font, but you're spelling out your name.
Or sometimes it was just a font.
Oh yeah.
Really?
That's annoying.
Because that's a font that Nintendo had created?
I think, the way they designed it, it kind of looked like the Animal Crossing logo or something, even though it says blah, 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 creator name. It was annoying. It was stupid. Because they should really, like, don't you have bigger things to worry about, like how to get people onto Nintendo Today versus like, I'm going to come for your tattoo. But yeah, they really don't like this. And sometimes they scour like Etsy and stuff like that for things that people are selling.
Yeah.
But see, I like I like getting stuff
Etsy's great.
off
We got some great stuff on Etsy.
That has like cool Nintendo things.
We don't have to worry about that.
I don't have to worry about that, but I mean, yeah,
this.
Oh no!
Our Pokemon card of us.
Original artwork.
I mean that part is.
You're holding a Pokeball.
I'm holding a Pokeball.
You're holding a Pokeball.
Looks like a Pokemon card.
Yeah. The other thing that was really funny is like we had like licensed Nintendo clothing.
Yeah.
And then like we also had like unlicensed Nintendo clothes that I owned, right? So it's like, oh, when we're filming a video or don't
get confused.
Accidentally wear the unlicensed clothes.
Don't get confused.
Because that would be bad. They would make you like take it down or something, you know?
Speaking of tattoos,
you got one?
Well, I was watching, I think this was a video that was on one of the Nintendo store social channels where they actually will surprisingly show a human being.
Yeah.
And I think it was one of the associates who had tattoos, and they had blurred, like I think it was like a full arm, and they had like blurred this guy's whole arm. Oh. And that reminded me of like when we were doing our IP training with legal, they were like, oh, we can actually get sued if we feature these tattoo designs.
Because the artist will sue us.
Right, the tattoo artist might be like, I created that design and now you're commercializing it. So it's like, this is so rotten.
We used to have to tell people to wear long sleeve shirts.
Right, to cover them up. And that was tough because, we might have somebody on Treehouse Live who had tattoos and they had to cover it up. And it was
it's kind of annoying. It's like you have to be like that mean parent that's like, cover up your tattoos.
I don't see a lot of other brands going that far.
Oh my God, they were so strict.
Right.
Like, don't wear any jewelry.
Can you imagine even like
Apple Watch? Remember that Apple? Take off your watch.
What about like the NBA where like these guys are sleeveless and all these guys have all these tattoos?
Better wear a long sleeve shirt.
We're gonna pixelate out the whole game so that you can't watch it.
I cannot roll my eyes further in my head.
Most people are not so.
Just get over it.
Concerned about that.
Yeah.
Yes.
But please post a picture of your
we want to see
tattoo.
that.
It sounds really cool.
Last question is from Sort of Sora. On several occasions, you discussed how concerned Nintendo of Japan was upon seeing the earliest studies and shifts in habits for their potential customers, especially kids, when smartphones and tablets were becoming mainstream in the 2010s. Now, generative AI is primed to be the next biggest disruption in not just the gaming industry, but in the entertainment industry as a whole. Would you consider the rapid rise of generative AI from the past few years to be as worrisome to Nintendo as the tablets, app stores, and bite-sized games of the 2010s? If a large portion of Gen Alpha, some are starting to revert to them as Gen AI, doesn't care whatever that they like to watch, play, consume is AI generated or not, that could have detrimental effects on Nintendo's future growth or the extent by which they control how consumers interact with their IP. The future of all this is still a big unknown, but the possibility exists that the youngest generation and the one after it might place less value on traditional creative processes and artistic ownership in favor of personalizing content and playing around with the IP the way they want it to be.
Yeah.
I thought of it, remember, so when we did that video, remember we were I had that example from that podcast I'd listened to of YouTube, and I initially the entertainment industry was so against YouTube. It was like, oh my gosh, you're posting our content.
Exclusive content on this free thing.
But then it got so big that they had to adapt. I thought of another example of that, which is we're going further back in time, but it's something you and I remember. Napster. Where the music industry was just like, oh my gosh, you just have to buy the music, you have to buy the music. But then it became so mainstream, it was just like, I'm just taking this, oh my gosh, there's free music on the internet, I'm just taking it, oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, it's a good day.
But remember when Metallica tried to shut them down, who got the backlash?
Metallica did.
who was only protecting their legal rights to have people not steal their music. People are like, oh, Metallica sucks, I'm never listening to Metallica again.
Yeah.
It's like, there's so many examples of like, well, we're in the right. We have to protect these rights. But people get so into these new habits that like that really created, Spotify, Apple Music, the new way of consuming music that we have now. This is totally a scenario for how this plays out.
Oh my God,
where it's like, guess what?
Terrifying.
Yeah, Nintendo, you do have the legal right, but I don't care. This is what I want, and this is how I want to experience Mario. So leave me alone, and I'm going to do it.
Yeah, and if it becomes so like ubiquitous or so mainstream widespread, and we were talking a lot about like how it becomes harder and harder to distinguish the differences between official and an unofficial. Like the Gen AI, oh my God, generation will not care about whether or not it's official or unofficial or how they're getting the entertaining content. They're just going to be like, I'm entertained.
I like this.
Watching this TikTok, or like I'm entertained doing whatever.
Especially when that is just the norm when you are growing up. At least for us, it's like, okay, I remember a time before this, and this is a different way of doing it. But if you're just growing up, it's like, oh, this is how I get this. This is how I do this.
I never knew anything different.
Exactly.
So how would you tell them? We gotta put that video away and look at this one instead.
Right. So that's where even when you feel you are in the right, the moral right, the legal right, or whatever, it's like we have no choice but to, in some way, embrace this new thing because this is truly where our customers have gone and what our customers want. Yes, this is keeping people up at night. It's
a little terrifying, honestly. It really is because it is like a dangerous kind of. And maybe the things that we were engaging with as kids were also dangerous. I don't know.
Stealing music.
I stole all that music.
Skipping movies.
I skipped those movies.
You were a little criminal.
I am kind of a criminal.
You were up to no good.
That Zune was packed.
Zune? You did not have a Zune.
I just wanted to say the word Zune.
Zune.
We did see a Zune
they had a Zune at
Double Fine.
Yes, they were.
I had, what is it? The Shuffle.
iPod Shuffle.
I love that Shuffle so much. Anyways, we're getting off topic. But, oh gosh, I lost my train of thought.
What?
Continue on with your thoughts about AI.
There are no. This is the end of the questions.
This is the end of the questions.
That's it. Yes.
Yes, Nintendo is gonna be worried about this.
What you were gonna say is don't forget to subscribe at patreon.com/Kit and Krysta, where for just a few dollars a month you can get our non-AI generated bonus Q&As,
Wow.
spoiler casts, behind the scenes, our incredible Discord community where Marvin25 is going to be sharing his custom Nintendo tattoo. All of these things.
That's great.
I'd join just for that.
I would join just for Marvin 25.
That sounds awesome.
Do you think we could listen to our podcast on an iPod Shuffle?
Yeah. I mean, if it shuffles around it. iPod Shuffle was a really stupid thing. I'm sorry.
What? But you never knew what song when you're going to...
I want to listen to what I want to listen to.
We already had this discussion.
This is stupid.
We had this discussion. You were like, I don't shuffle my music. I need to listen to it in the order of the thing.
I'm shuffling anything?
No.
I want to listen to this song right now. Bang.
What if every song was great? What if every song was
They are. When I'm putting it on, they're all great.
That's why it's a shuffling.
No. That's why it's a shuffling.
Every day we're shuffling. We're also on social. We're on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Blue Sky, and Threads.
And if you're watching this on video on YouTube, we'd love it if you could subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and leave us a comment to read. And if you're listening to this on audio like Apple Podcasts and Spotify, you can also subscribe, give the podcast a 5-star rating, and leave a written review if you really want to go the extra mile and help us out.
It helps.
It
does. Helps. You don't even need to steal this podcast. It's free. See? You don't have to steal it.
That is free, yes.
See?
Yes.
See, look at that.
Correct.
Okay, let's shout out some wonderful Patreon community members, starting with Final Boss Aaron Hash.
All rights have been wrong because Aaron Hash now has Tepig and you don't. That's his Tepig now.
I've panicked because Tepig is usually on this...
You panicked?
I panicked. Usually Tepig is on this little stand, and I walked into the studio and I was like, Tepig's gone! We got robbed! But then it was on Aaron Hash.
It's not yours anymore.
It was okay.
It's not yours anymore.
Superstars, Ben Eichhorn,
Mara Mayhem,
Eigenverse,
Kiss My Flapjack,
Mike Chin,
Roy Eschke,
Switching It Up _
BGM Life,
Link, the hero of wins,
Angela Bycroft,
Thomas O'Rourke,
Kyle LaBeouf,
Roberto Nieves,
Frederick Ulf Conradson,
Andrew Uhas,
Chili,
Simon,
Crushuri,
Master Discord,
Ash,
Ajay Kunlas,
40 Gig,
Travis Torline,
Echo Ladare,
That's So Linnell,
MSM Poke Gamer,
Cameron,
Arburns,
Igami,
Kit 10K,
Adrian,
Nathan Clover,
and the Shark Among Men. Excellent. And the One Up Club, Aaron Burgundy,
Adcool 2000,
Ian Avalith,
Aldo,
Ali Alejandro,
Alejandro Orozco Borrego,
Andy Robinson,
Angel 8,
Aristru,
Astral Void,
Astro Dev,
Awesome 46,
Bino,
Bad Moon Horizon,
Barnstorm,
Bates,
Berserker,
Big N Gamer with a Y,
Biscuit,
Bob Clayton,
Brandon Cavalpal,
Brent Dennison,
Brian Decker,
Brovek Novak,
Bruce Dash,
Bucky Flores,
Call Sign Forte,
Captain Nintendo Player,
Cashew,
Chadir,
Chelly Squirrel,
Chicken,
Chris Fisher,
Crispy Saurus,
Christina,
Christopher Lay,
Chunky Conga,
Colleen Finnegan,
Cosmic Titan 718,
Captain Alex,
C Roper 17,
Cynical Squid,
Dagdaleo,
Dallas E,
Daniel S,
Dachshund,
Debbie P,
Dinkum,
Dinkum and Babucom,
and Doinko,
Trey,
Dudad Life,
Eccentric Tony,
Elite Peach,
Esports 50,
Fairbound,
Fernie and Jess Forever,
Fox Deploy,
Gamers Like Anime,
Gamer Nerd 78,
Garth the Wolf,
Gartooth,
Jeremy,
Jin Wolf,
Guilty Phoenix 42,
Heyo Jose,
I May Have Made a Mistake,
Ira Bell,
Iris Marin,
It's Your Boy J-Hove,
Ivan Cito,
J Rando,
Jabari White,
Jameson Eisenberg,
James,
Jason Ball 34,
Joan Encarnacion,
Jonathan Rowe,
John Conboy,
Jordan Hemmerly,
Joseph Gunter,
Joshua Clements,
Judy Fruit,
Justin Leminger,
J Wolf,
Callan CPU 57,
Kawa 2796,
Kevin Delane,
Kevin Moreno,
Keela Kibo,
Kyle Gamer Barry Rookie,
Kyle 325,
Kyle Kretzer,
Kyle R. Smith,
Lazy Cat for Coffee,
Leah Rao,
Lex,
Link 9898,
Linko,
Litton,
Luigi Kid 64,
Luke Hayabusa Kramer,
Luna B,
Lynn,
Macho Potato,
Mad Dog 5981,
Magnificent Easy G plus Callie Marie,
Mario Man 392,
Marky Man 64,
Matthias Smith,
Maverick Nate,
Megan,
May plus Leon,
Michael Mazer,
Michael O'Hara,
Michael Wong,
Mikey,
Mr. Ryan 07,
Motomania,
Mr. Andy Pong,
Mr. Beans and Dip,
Mr. Bendu 101,
My Tran,
Nasir,
Naif E,
Nigba Reeves,
Nasuchu,
Ninbendo 64,
Ninja 11,
Noah-san,
Oliver Went,
Omega Index Card,
Pangy,
Paper Boat,
Patrice Millette,
Paul,
Paul Gill Network,
Pepsi Pepe,
Pokey Digifan 20,
Prime Factor,
Prince Charmless,
Prof Clive,
Punky,
Rain Tech,
Reckless Thomas.
Rob M.
Rob O.
Robbie DLC.
Romsky 113.
Rocks.
Ryan Haas.
Ryanetta.
Sage Gamer.
Salkin 20XX.
Sanuki Tanuki.
Sebastiano Garase.
Sega.
Sharif Jackson.
Shinru.
Shiny Elizabeth.
Slowbro.
Schmiggles.
Shomp.
Schnazzle.
Spacey Poo.
Spicy Munchkin.
Star Fox Melancholy.
Steel Citron.
Steven Johnson.
Stephen Rockoff.
Stuart Radley.
Pseudo Priest.
Super Nerdy Human.
Symbiote Spidey.
Tales of Link.
Tammer rhymes with hammer.
Tandem.
Tay 120 and 64.
Teal Fox 64.
The Keggers.
The Quiet
The
One.
Cero T.
The T-Man.
Thomas Alvarez.
Three Rivers.
Titanium Soldier.
Token 777.
Torcheeks.
Totally Joed.
Todamaro.
Trajawi.
Trevor Collins.
Tugs Puppy Bear.
Tusku.
Tylander 16.
Tyler Geis.
Victor MK.
Vigmictor.
Vinny to the K.
Viridian.
Virtual Bot.
Waffles.
WG Grizzy.
Wicked Davy.
William Brimer.
Zachary S.
Zelgaroth.
Zapatty.
Zero Link.
And Zoid. Maybe the best one we've had in a while.
Really?
Wow. We're getting better.
It's getting harder.
We're getting better.
It's
It's getting harder?
Maybe we should shuffle.
No.
You can't do
No,
it.
no, no, no,
You
no.
would
That
not
would be
be-
bad for you.
That would be really bad for you,
That
too.
would be bad for you.
You would not be able to do it if we shuffle this.
Fine, let's shuffle it and
No,
see who does
let's
more.
not.
Fine.
iPod Shuffle the One Up Club.
I'll show
All
you.
right, we're going to iPod Shuffle out of here. See you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.